JK. 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 You. Check, check, check. What's good, YouTube? What's good? What's good, everybody? Yo, let your boy get set up. Build up. Let's get everything in order. Yo, man, what's good? What's good, YouTube, man? What's happening, guys? So we are gathered here today to once again, uh, you know, deal with another hater. It would seem that we have someone else who now wants to throw heat on the Passport Bros. We got somebody else who now has an issue with Passport Bros. We got somebody else who has a lot to say about Passport Bros. Um, I'm sure a lot of you are probably familiar with the brother Zoe Williams. He was known for doing a lot of different things. I believe he was on the Foxhole radio show with Jamie Foxx, and he did a show with Corey Holcomb. A few years back, he was with Corey. I haven't heard from this brother in so long. It's been years, I guess, and now he's doing his own radio thing, YouTube thing. And today, in particular, he wanted to do a show about his opinion of Passport Brothers. Yeah, he wanted to do his opinion on how he felt Passport Bros move, and he has all these thoughts and opinions on who we are. Okay, everything like this, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do a little breakdown because at the end of the show, his show, he did a radio calling show, yeah. At the end of the show, I called in and I had a few words to say to him. Now maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm not thinking clearly. Maybe I'm confusing certain things. But everything that I said to him, he said that he wasn't saying. He said he wasn't saying, as though I couldn't hear what he was saying, as though he was trying to say, oh, that's not what it is. I didn't say that. Oh, brother, you missing the point. But every time I brought him to a certain particular spot, he said that, oh, that's not what I'm saying. So let's do this. What we're going to do, we're going to look at some of the video. We're going to look at some of the live he just did on his radio joint. We're going to go over it. We're just going to see. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe my actions are not justified, and maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'm just too hot headed. Maybe I just got too much of a trigger. All right. Maybe I'm hurt. Yeah. Maybe I'm just emotional. Yeah. But we're gonna kick into this, right? And we're gonna let the video play. I'm not gonna play the whole thing. Obviously, it's 2 hours, but I'm gonna skip around. I'm gonna play what he said at the beginning. I'm gonna dig into the middle parts and jump around and see, some of the things just to make sure that, you know, I'm not crazy. Because by the end of it, when I called in, brother was saying, oh, that's not what I'm saying, brother. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But at the end of our phone call, he tried to say that, oh, Passport Bros is goofy and all this. And I'm like, man, you still talking the ish. But when I came up to you, I called in and I addressed you. And your main points was trying to tell me, oh, that's not who I'm talking about. Okay. Okay. All right, brother. That's not how you talking about. Okay. Okay. So give me 1 second. So let me make sure we coming in good. Make sure my audio and everything is up to date. You know, I'm on this is a one worker chip. All right, cool. Just making sure we coming in. Making sure the audio is coming in. Good. Um, so let's run the tape. All right. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off and I owe that brother an apology. Because as far as I know, you were directly talking about Passport Brothers because it's in your title. But hey, let's get into it. Stand by. Hmm. Stand by. I'm gonna share screen. Gonna share this one. Okay. Share audio. Share. So yeah, we're gonna kick off into this. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna run the whole thing. But listen, I'm gonna let him say his earlier open points. I'm gonna let him state what he was saying in the beginning, and then we're gonna get into it. And we're gonna see. We're gonna do an analysis. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna see. So let's run this back. Okay. All right. And we're gonna go from there. All right. Set everything up. Fair use, fair use. And like I said, we're doing an analysis. You know, we're letting the peers, we're letting everybody look at it. This is a peer-reviewed analysis. Let's examine this situation. Let's see this. Okay. And
already know my playlist is my co-host. This is a really toxic society. I've been saying it since March. When I came into KBLA, I've been saying it. It is no measure of health to be fully integrated into a sick society. So when I see the divestment movement for sisters, or when I see the passport bros for brothers, what I recognize is this is like a psychological, spiritual boil. This is a boil. You know what a boil is? When you get a boil on your body, that means your body is toxic. You haven't cleansed, you haven't detoxed, you haven't done anything to cleanse your body. So what your body does is say, you know, I'm gonna deposit all this waste. I'm gonna form a boil right here on the nape of your neck or somewhere, something weird, under your arm or something. And that's what happens. This is a boil that is dealing with the trauma that Black folk go through in this country. Black folk make an intelligent argument about racism. An intelligent argument. They say, nah, you're gonna traumatize our kids. You can't talk about it. So now they're making the truth. If you speak the truth, so what happens? That turns into hate speech. If you speak the truth, I'm not talking about your opinion. I'm talking about if you start talking about the truth of things. You know, I was watching some old clip where this white lady was talking about how much white people have done in advocacy of Black folk, and she was talking. It was a clip of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, and he was on Donahue. And she was like, "We've done everything." And then Farrakhan's only response was, "That's because you think you've done everything, but that's just because you just don't understand what you've done. You've done a lot to traumatize and re-traumatize folk, Black folk in America. You have the great Dr. Joy DeGruy, who said, nah, we suffer from post-traumatic slave syndrome, and has the empirical data to back it. But at the same time, you can't put it all on white folk. Because there are some Black folk who know the truth, but the truth don't pay. The truth don't come with a check. So that means you're perpetuating the toxicity of this society. The passport bros say, I need to go to another country to find a woman that is respectful of my stature as a man. She gonna bend the knee by virtue of me being a man. That's it. I'm a man. She bends the knee.
okay, so first of all, you hear what he said. He said that we need to go because we need to find a woman to bend the knee. Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's what he said. And he said, passport bros. Yeah, he said, passport bros need to do this in order to find a woman to bend the knee. Okay, point, point, point taken.
But I told y'all a couple weeks, last week, when I first got into the traditional relationship model. The traditional relationship model definition is based on societal game rules and roles. Role play, gender role. Man, you supposed to do this. Protect, provide, guide, instruct. Woman, cook, clean, nurture, love on. Right? And I told y'all, I said, many men hide behind the traditional relationship model because within its definition, it does not account for self-work. So you get men out here who haven't conquered 1 square millimeter of their internal demons, thinking by virtue of me being a man, you've got to submit. You got to be quiet, lady, because I'm a man and I'm the man in your life. That means by default, I am your ruler. I am your leader. He ain't learned how to lead himself. Again.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's what it is, right? So that's what it is. Listen, this is me letting him make his points. All right. Listen, brothers who travel, passport bros, hear this out. This is what this nigga is saying. He's saying that we're out here trying to make these women lead, but we don't know how to lead ourselves because we haven't done the internal work. We, passport bros, have not done what is necessary in order to tame our women. This is what he's saying. He's saying we haven't done the work. He's saying you brothers haven't done the work. Y'all not good enough. Okay. All right. Let's work.
Relationship, highly reflective classroom, where the biofeedback you get from your partner is your personal curriculum. So men do some coward stuff, and it is coward stuff because you think you're gonna go to a third world country and not be challenged in the relationship. You think you won't face difficulties? You think because they were raised in certain countries where male machismo dominates the relationship, you think you won't have a situation that produces challenges that direct you to look directly into your own darkness? That is relationship. That's what relationship is. It challenges you to see yourself.
What passport bro, what upwardly mobile brother has ever said that he doesn't have to work for what it is that he says he wants to go for? Who among us, Blue Book gentlemen, passport bros, who among us has said this? Who among us has said that we don't care about making ourselves upstanding gentlemen and doing what we got to do here on the home front? We're just going to run overseas and bend the knees of these poor, helpless, third world country women. Oh my God. We're hurting them because these women are in trouble. They need help. Already, this nigga does not know what he's talking about. My question is, who are you talking about? This is one of the biggest things within the passport bro community that we say over here on this side of the hill. Nigga, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Family. Okay. You'll see when we get to the closer to the end of this, because I'm going to play the part where I got in on the phone. And we're going to try to narrow down who he's talking about. But I want y'all to hear his opening statements in the beginning first. I want y'all to hear what he's saying, because he told me I was misinformed. Okay. Let's see.
1-800-920-1580. I ain't even got to the questions. I'm just on fire right now because I'm talking. The passport bros. Are black men opting out of our collective trauma by seeking a wife from other countries? 1-800-920-1580. Do Brazilian women prefer African American brothers over their own men? 1-800-920-1580. Call me right now. Do women from other countries treat black men better than our African American sisters? Do South American women, Costa Rican, Belizean, let's just name every place, right? Do South American women and Asian women love being with black men over their own? 1-800-920-1580. Are black men or black?
You know, this is an interesting point that I've heard some people try to make and argue. Is Brazilian women, or are Brazilian women, women of other countries, choosing us over all of their men? No, they're not. But there is something to be said for the treatment that you get for the ones that will deal with you. Brazilian women and women of another country are not a monolith. They all don't think the same, and they're all not about tourists. Some of them will only deal with Brazilian men. No brother has said that all of these women will go after an American brother. But from the evidence that all of us have comparing notes, a high majority of them really like brothers who travel. A high majority of them really want to get to know American. You see, the brother, I feel like he's looking at this from a standpoint of, oh, will she marry you? Shit, do I want to marry her? Right? Again, family, it seems you have issues with brothers having options. Now, my thing is this: you ask a question like that to try to say, oh, well, do these Brazilian women only want to go? Listen, it ain't about, bruh. It's about going over there, having a good time, and experiencing yourself. There are some brothers who choose to go overseas because of the treatment that is involved. I can tell you that all things are not equal when it comes to traveling. He's looking at it like, oh, the women over there, well, if they do the same shit, well, you ain't solve any problems. Yes, I did. I'm in a whole different culture and community. Family. That's the difference. The difference is the culture. See, brothers who don't understand that the culture is the problem are going to always try to have these straw man arguments to try to blame it and frame it on us as passport brothers, that we have an issue that we are running from and that we need to fix. Again, here we go with another one of these niggas, man. Here we go with another one of these niggas who don't know what the fuck you talking about. Facts. You don't know what you're talking about. Right? Let's continue.
Black women treated better by non-black men. That's an interesting. Are black women treated? Because I hear sisters talk about Italy all the time. Oh, when sisters go to Italy, something happens in Italy. Boy, them Italians be on sisters like a cheap coat from Aardvarks, man. I'm just saying. Them Italians be on our sisters like, ah, la la foi. The Frenchmen, they be on the sisters. Go to France, the French be like, ooh la la, mon ami, ma chérie.
And guess what, Zoe? Let them go, my G. Let them go. Right? Their brothers over here on this side of the hill will tell black women, check it out. You got all these issues with brothers over here. How about you date out? Date out then. Go get you a white man and see how good you do. Go run to Italy and see how good you go. Go. We're not here to fight and police how black women want to move in their dating prerogatives. If they decide that going overseas for them is an option too, hell. Hey, passport girls. Do what y'all do. But let's not act like there is a standing problem here that some brothers have decided that this is how they want to execute. This is how they want to move forward. So let them go. Let's continue.
They be like Pepe Le Pew on the sisters, 1-800-920-1580. Why do black people act like black men not liking black men, or black men not liking black women means black women are the most undesirable? Shouldn't it reveal more about the man? I think that's an interesting. Why do black people act like black men not liking black women means black women are not, or are the most undesirable? Somebody said black women are the most undesirable woman on planet Earth, and I can't fathom that, because listen, do I like a sharp tongue, nasty attitude, aggressive black woman? No, I don't. I love a sweet woman, a kind woman, a nurturing woman, a caring woman. I love that. However, if I run into or date women, I don't be like, all right, I ain't gonna be with you because you're that way. Now, I may have a tolerance for it where I go, okay, that's enough. This ain't gonna work. I'll get to that point, but that doesn't mean I give up on sisters entirely So, I need a different kind of sister that was raised in a different hemisphere. I don't think like that. Do women of other races use anti-Black racism against Black women as bait to attract Black men, African American men, that openly express their dislike for their sister? What? You mean other women will use anti-Black racism talking points as bait to attract African American men? And it's a certain type of African American men that openly expresses their dislike for Black women. Let me tell you something. I'd break up with you if it's too much arguing, if it's too much condescending, if it's too much comparison, too much competing.
Okay, now hold the hell up. Now let me make sure I'm not hearing what the hell I'm hearing. Is this brother trying to say that we should not speak on the issues that we have in this community? Shout out to you, Cool Gen 87. Shout out to you, TD Hutch. What's up, family? Is this brother trying to outline? Because I'm telling you, I'm letting him say what he's saying. I'm letting him say what he needs to say. I'm letting him speak on it. Black women are the most undesirable. That's not true. First of all Passport brothers don't believe that. Some brothers in the manosphere will say that. But, whoa, hold up. Why do they say that? Why do they say that? For the men who have used those talking points are basing that off of the statistical data that comes from the dating apps. Black men are not out here openly dragging Black women based off of how they look and their features. Because we've said it before and we've said it again, we don't hate ourselves. We have high issue with the nature and the culture of how these women act. See, this is this point. This is all coming back. These are the same talking points, the same things we fight about in this circle, the same things we fight about in this community. We always have to keep bringing it back to this point right here. Niggas like this who don't know who we are have so much to say, but at the same time, when we come up, because like I said, at the end of the video, when I called in, he told me that basically, oh, that's not what he was saying. But that's why I'm letting the first half of this video rock. That's why I'm letting this part rock first. Because when we get to the end and I speak to him, from what I'm hearing, he's saying a different story. Okay. Because it's brothers like this that feel like they want to call us out for exercising our options and moving how we want to move. As though there's such issue with brothers saying, hey, you know what, I'm out. But brothers like him, problem is that they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear Black men speaking on the issues that they have with Black women. Well, I'm sorry, but if anybody who cares about holding whatever this community is together, guess what? Shit is going to have to be talked about. Certain things are going to have to be brought to the table. Certain things are going to have to be discussed. All right? Running from it is the shit that we did in the 80s and 90s. Yeah? The stepdad program. All this other shit. Oh, she just mad. She be all right. She trying to kick me out the house. She said, I'm going to sleep on the couch tonight. You goofy ass nigga. You go in there and you tell her you ain't putting up on her bullshit. See, this is the type of shit that niggas was taught to do that started from way back. Because we's all Black and we's all got to put up with the bullshit. And niggas like this got the nerve to get up here and try to tell us who and what the hell we are, what our problem is, and what we need to fix when you don't even know us, nigga. You don't know us. That's why Corey Holcomb cooked your punk ass, nigga. Get out of here with that foolishness, bro. I'm sick and tired of these niggas policing us like we got to answer to them. We don't answer to you, old nigga. We don't answer to you, family. You don't tell us what to do, bro. And you want to sit here try to shame us on how we move and the decisions that we make, my nigga? That's no. Your points is off, my G. Your points is off, fam. See this shit right here, boy? I'm trying to tell you, this is the type of stuff that us as Passport Bros, this is the type of shit that we got to deal with. This is our part of the pie that we got to take. This is our battlefield right here. We got another hating ass nigga trying to tell us who we are and at the same time caping up for black women. While this nigga, once again, is pandering, first off, because if you listen, I ain't got to it yet, but this nigga was begging for super chats the whole goddamn video. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's trying to make a piss ass $100 off of our name, nigga. But by the end of the video, I was the last caller. If for anybody who watching right now, you know what I'm saying? You'll see at the end of the video I called in. Right? I made my point. Right? I made my point when I said what I said to the nigga, and he tried to tell me, "Oh, that's not what I was saying." You hoe ass nigga, you saying it right now. You saying it right now, family. You are saying exactly what I said you were saying at the beginning of this video, fam. Because listen, I didn't watch it from the top to bottom. When I called in at the end, I came in halfway. But when I heard the nigga talking this goofy shit, I was just like, "Yo, fam, hey, hold up, my nigga, who you talking about?" And when I called him out and when I addressed him, like I'm gonna show y'all, he tried to say, "Oh, I'm missing the point." No, nigga, you missing the point, nigga. You said this shit about us. You said this shit about us, family. And now, my nigga, we are addressing you, fam. Because the points, even all the points that you've made so far, my nigga, is off, bro. Like, we some bitch ass niggas who just running overseas because we so butthurt about females here. Oh, we can't get no pussy in the States. Fuck you, hoe ass nigga. That is not what the fuck the Passport Bros is about. And I'm sick of niggas like this trying to tell us who and what the fuck we are and what we stand for, nigga. You don't know us, G. And you saying some off the wall bullshit. So yeah, when I called in up on the nigga, I rolled up on him. I said, "Hey, cuz, what's the issue, my nigga? What's the problem?" Well, I was talking about a particular group of. Oh, now it's a particular group, my nigga. Now it's a particular group. When you specifically stated, "No, nigga, your intro and what you said and your title, nigga, says Passport motherfucking Bros." I put some in my title to make it sarcastic. Because nothing he has said so far has said some Passport Bros. That's why I put it in my title, and that's why I'm making it sarcastic, because I'm showing right now what the nigga's saying about us. I don't want to hear he wasn't talking about Passport Bro. Oh, I'm going to talk about some of y'all. No, fuck that, nigga. You saying exactly what you're saying. We hear you loud and clear, homeboy. We got you. You wanted to make some money off of our name? Fine. Take your piss ass $100, but you're going to get the smoke, though. You're going to get the smoke, though, nigga. Let's keep rocking on him.
Just if you got an overall dissatisfied, disgruntled spirit, bye-bye. Assalamu alaikum. Get your bags, get your things, and bounce like the rubberiest bad checks. Get ghost. But I wouldn't get rid of the sisters as a whole. 1-800-920-15. I just need to know. I need to understand the psychology of brothers that would say, "Hey, man."
By the way, hey, I'm gonna drop the link in a little bit. I want to get through this. I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna let y'all come up here and say what you gotta say. I'm gonna let y'all rock, but we're gonna get through this and I'm gonna drop the link in a bit.
We out on the continent. Do you know how special black people? Okay. Do you know how special African Americans are? 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. I'm ready to talk to you. K from England.
Bro, I gotta say this. Wizard Kelly, shout out to Wizard Kelly, my dude. He says most red pill Passport Bros have a preference for their own race of women on a genetic level. The issue is that bras want to give black men unconscionable deal, weight, kids, etc., attitude, all this other stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like brothers in my group. Okay, brothers in the group that I travel with. There might be one or two brothers who will deal with anything outside of a brown woman. Okay. Most brothers are going to these other countries still looking for the features of black women. The hair. Brothers I personally travel with are saying that they love that black cotton. Okay. Brothers will say that all the time, how much they love black women features. Don't try to sit out here and make it sound like that we over here being some, oh, we hate black women on some racist shit. Don't say that shit, bro. When we go down there, bro, I'm telling you, you want to see the receipts of the passport, bros. Well, for most of that's going to be behind the paywall, fam. Sorry. But my thing is just like, we're not moving like that, bro, where we're out here just dating a whole bunch of white women. Because, oh, guess what, my nigga? If we was all running to Europe, that's what you would be saying. Moore's pass, nigga, how many in all the groups right here in the passport community, how many brothers are running to Europe? How many? I'll wait. How many brothers are running to fucking Europe to chase white bitches? I want to hear it. How often are we out here exalting white women in our groups? How many brothers are pedestalizing European women in our groups? See, we're passport bros. We know what the hell we do. And we know what our cause is. This nigga here talking some stuff like, oh, y'all hate black women. I hate to hear you talk about how you hate black women. You sound like one of them, nigga. You sound like one of them, G. You don't even know who we are. You talking this hot shit about passport bros, nigga. We ain't out here chasing no white bitches, nigga. What the hell is wrong with you, bro? And for those that do, that's their goddamn business. That's their business. If they want to focus on dealing with white women, guess what? It's his option. And it's not your place to judge him and act like he needs to answer to you. This is the type of stuff that we tired of in this community. All right? Breaking out of the matrix and moving how we move. This is what we getting from. That nigga's an agent. This nigga's an agent. This is the type of ish that we getting away from. Let men move how they move. And you want to sit here and throw stones at us. Oh, okay, nigga, it's an army of us. We coming back at you. If that's what, nigga, if you want to smoke, it's on, nigga. It's up. It's up. Family, it's up. If that's what you want, homeboy, it's up, bro. You thought you was gonna talk this shit and not hear from us? Oh yeah, you gonna hear it. Because everything he's described right now, this is not synonymous. This is not something that we push within our community, bro. And the reason I'm on here screaming on this mic is because this is what it takes to defend who and what we are. If you a real passport nigga, you defend this shit and you feel what I'm saying, bro. Because this is what it takes to understand. We stand on what we say. We stand on who we are. We stand on what this passport shit is, nigga. Shout out to the SYSBM niggas. Shout out to the passport niggas. Shout out to the Blue Book gentlemen. What the hell is this? Let me get through this video, nigga, because I can cook for a minute, bro. Let me get through this video, fam. Let me get through the video, fam. Let me rock.
Wood, get in here and talk to me.
Hi, Phil. How are you?
Oh yeah, we cooking tonight.
Yes, I've been struggling. Okay, so you asked many questions. I took notes on a couple of them, but I just would like to start off with a statement, and it's being said in love.
Mhm.
You have a very popular show, and a lot of men and women listen to you, and I think it would be, I think it'd be nice to have some topics that, instead of highlighting all of the difficulties, would kind of promote more of a sense of unity between Black men and women, because just in society, it's so much negativity towards a Black nuclear family, you know? And this being a progressive Black radio station, it would be nice to kind of, balance that part out a little bit. And I heard what you said. I like the point that you brought up. Just for me personally, being a Black woman who does cook, I clean, I have a sweet spirit. It's kind of, it would be nice to, instead of saying the sisters, because we're so different. We're not a monolith,
Right.
just like Black men are different. And to answer one of your questions, I think that any man, regardless of his color, that would have such negative feelings towards women from his own race, that's also a reflection on him. And this is to echo what you said, especially Black men that are not biracial, you come from a Black woman. You know, you might have Black sisters. We need to love ourselves more, and then we can give more love to other people in our race. We've been hurt as a collective. And to think that you can run off to Brazil, I look at it like this. You can run to any country you want to, third world, where the women are the more desperate, the better, probably for a man that, like you said, he just wants to be respected because he's a man in anatomically. And maybe in no other way. And I don't think any woman that has any self-respect or a thinking woman is just going to submit to a man, especially if he's not worth submitting to.
Well, Kay, we appreciate the insight. We thank you for calling in and sharing. My chat room is upset with you right now because they're like, she must not be listening to Zoe. 9 out of 10 of his shows are positive. Zoe is always talking about this. What is she talking about? The chat room is a little upset right now because this is what I do. They all know.
Huh? This is my love, but I will tell you, I actually listened to your show a little bit more, probably about 3 or 4 months ago. And some of these topics, I just feel like,
bro, y'all see this? This nigga so happy that he in here clapping with his female dog. He's so happy that his female called up. You know, look at him. He's so happy. He's so smiling. Look at this shit, bro. Co-signing with this female, talking this reckless shit, bro. This nigga doing all this shit for pats on the head. Look at him, bro. On our name, this nigga doing all this shit for these pats on the head for these females, getting up here talking this reckless shit. And he agree with him. He know he do. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like, let me get through it before I pop off again. Let me stop. Let me stop. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. Cortez, my nigga Cortez in the building. Kujin 87. You know what I'm saying? We got James Earl Mones in the building. Shout out to you, family. What's good with you, Brody? I'm gonna get through y'all. I don't have super chats yet, so hey, I'm just gonna shout y'all out, supporting and showing love. You know what I'm saying? We got, you know, my man Cortez lighting up the chat. You know, shout out to you, Brody. Yeah, he said the women of our group embrace their weight, their solo parent families, their attitude, etc. Gaslighting about Black men chasing whiteness does not work. The Black women tell you how bad their deal is. Facts, man. Facts. These are all things that we know very well. And my man is trying to get something started, bro. He's trying to, he's doing all this, trying to throw heat on the passport, bro. It's as though we need to be held accountable for some shit. Like, nigga, don't be equating us to no goddamn divestors, nigga. Because I tell you what, divestors are not on we're not on divestors channels. Divestors are on our channels. Okay? They come over here. Divestors come over here. We don't go over there. Don't equate us to divestors. See, he's equating divestors and passport brothers on the same type of ish, and he's the man in the middle, the wise old man who's sitting back talking his ish like, I know what it is. I see what it is. No, you don't, fuck nigga. No, you don't, bro. We on some other shit over here. Matter of fact, the majority of the brothers in the groups are looking at networking and building career opportunities overseas. A lot in the majority of the brothers are looking on, hey, how can we build and grow in these certain cities? How can we bring our Blackness? How can we bring the parts of the culture that we like and that we rock with? We are talking about how can we build up, buy real estate and invest on certain streets. I had to talk with one of the OGs in my group. We were talking about how we could set up a whole entire Black American spot on one of the streets down in Copacabana. Other races do it. What if we had a restaurant in our name, a hotel in our name? We had different brothers with a hip hop shop in our name. They wear our stuff. They love the music. Imagine if you had an American brother with a hip hop shop selling clothes, the merch, whatever, the music, down over there in the spot like Brazil. These are the type of conversations that real brothers who on their shit when they travel talk about. This is the type of shit that he don't know what's going on. This is what he don't know what's going on. Talking this shit. This is how brothers who really got their mind up, this is how brothers trying to go. And you heard him say that, oh, you brothers, y'all need to do the internal work. You just want these women to bow to you. You just want them to bow to you. The fuck kind of left ass feminist shit is that, nigga? We don't talk like that, bro. We don't have passport brother meetings and say, yes, what is the best way to make these Brazilian women bend the knee? What are you talking about? These women are choosing because they recognize that in order for you to even get there, you have to be on your square, at least on some level. It ain't no regular degular niggas going to Brazil. What are you talking about? What are you saying? And I did say this to him, and y'all will see how he responded. Let's go.
We have to have the difficult conversations, Kay. We must. It is imperative to have the difficult conversations. It all can't be candy cotton land. We got to talk about it.
But we also need to esteem each other while we're having these conversations. We need to uplift our sisters and our brothers.
But that's what we do, Kay. We do that here, baby. Come on, Kay.
All right.
We appreciate you, love. Thank you for the insight. And call in anytime. Thank you. Somebody get Kay to the podcast. Kay, get to the podcast. When we come forward, I'm going to South Central. I'm going to Dallas, Texas. The phone lines are on fire tonight. Let's get it popping.
He's on fire tonight. It's the voice of Reason with Zoe Williams exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Mike Island, and here's the latest from the Black Information Network.
The phone lines is dumb. Come on, y'all. Let's get those likes up. 44 people haven't hit the like button. Can we get it done? And even worse, we've only got $10. Who dropped the $10 on the super chat? Can we get the super chat popping? Ghetto Gourmet, my brother Heru Ali. I got that. I got that. And I'll be shipping out the He Is Risen tomorrow. All right.
All right. Now, first off, I'm playing a little bit of that because I want to illustrate. Man, yo, when he got off the mic, Mans was talking his ish. He was saying what he was saying. Let's hop around a little bit. I'm gonna get to the end. Like I said, I'm not gonna play the full video. I'm gonna hop around. I just wanted to play the opening pieces. I wanted y'all to see what he was saying. I wanted to illustrate it because I didn't want nobody to come in here and be like, "Oh, well, he didn't say that." No, well, hold up. This is what the brother said. Okay, so now I'm gonna work my way. We're gonna move around a little bit. Okay, we're gonna move a little bit. We're gonna move because I don't want to really just run through all the callers. I'm trying to get to the points that he was making. All right, let me see. All right, here we go.
That Disneyland mentality or the Western society mentality that's been fed to us because of, I would call it what they call it, what's that term they use?
It was cool. Listen, brothers, this is a message from your brother to you. If you are self-realized, you're going to win with women on any continent on planet Earth. If you are right internally, where's your spidey senses? Isn't something going off in your head that says, well, I'm not winning over here with these women, so I'm going to get a passport and go to a more favorable type of woman. That sounds like losing.
Bro, did I not say that he was saying what he was saying? Okay, he said we're losers. He said we're losers. He said we're losing. You just heard him say it. That sounds like losing. Where have you heard that before? I digress. Let's keep going. I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna drop the link and let y'all get up here. Hold on.
And do you think that the negative stereotype that has been framed around black men does not follow you to other countries? You think racism doesn't exist? Listen, I love the Afro-Latina. I love the Brazilians. Oh, they're beautiful. Yes, they're beautiful. I love the Dominicans. They're beautiful. But Dominicans are pro-Dominicans. They're not pro-African-American. How about that? Listen, man, if you win in your spirit, you win on any continent. It's a lot of cornballs out there that need a passport to get a date. When I come forward, the voice of reason shall continue this fire.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our
Bruh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. For anybody that say this nigga wasn't talking shit on Passport Bros, I don't want to hear it. You heard what he said. I've been letting it rock. I let the nigga say what he needed to say. Okay? I'm making sure I illustrate exactly what I was hearing. I don't want to hear no disagreements. It said the nigga was not talking down on Passport Bros. Let's go.
Voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
When you're young, life is full of choices.
What up, y'all? Hey, man, it's 166 people in here. We've only done $34.99. I'm not saying nothing else for the rest of the show. Y'all got to hit my super chat and support this channel.
But there's a choice to get help for this disease. Find medically proven treatment options, including virtual, at choosemap.org.
At Cedars-Sinai,
How is that
we're honored to
cap?
remain the #1 hospital in California and the #2 hospital in the nation in U.S. News and World Report's Best Hospitals Honor Roll. We're also proud
So,
to be named #1 in
Jamel
six
around the
specialties in
world.
Los Angeles.
Okay.
Thank you to our physicians,
Why don't
nurses,
you call in and have a conversation with me?
Now, at this point, I just want y'all to understand he's talking about the chat. Now, I think at this point he was addressing me because I said, fam, stop the cap. I was in his comments. If you look, you go see Chris Asu, you will see I was in his comments. He was responding. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna call up. You hear what he's saying, you see what he said. Right? How's his cap? Because you sound like a. Let's keep going.
team members who bring their best to Cedars-Sinai every day. Learn more about our top-ranked care at cedars-sinai.org.
Jeff Brown said he was blocked.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly?
Is Jeff Brown in here?
Is this tray good for climbing? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition.
Pigeons can't fly with eagles. I love it. So let me just say, all the family who are normally in here, we're gonna need y'all to help us.
We know who believe in the limitless potential of our amazing city. We look forward to celebrating with Mayor-elect LA Talk 1580.
This is, to me, this is when Queen Latifah was right on in respect, when you can go inside and develop it and cultivate it, brother. You develop it from within. You go anywhere in the world and see it reflected back to you. Okay, cool, I guess. DeMarco has been to 40 countries. DeMarco from Las Vegas. Talk to me, DeMarco. Tell me, man, it was good to see you at the Cigar Lounge, brother. Tell me about your experience, brother, all over the world. Did women, were they attracted to you? Did they flock to you like a moth to a flame? Talk to us.
I mean, a lot of times, you get people that's they may be interested out of curiosity or whatever. But at the end of the day, once you get into, you can't escape yourself. And then as you start talking to people, you get into conversations. If you know yourself, then you understand that you may just be in a better position to execute a transactional relationship from a position of power, but you're still not escaping yourself.
Right. You may, yeah. Go ahead, brother.
No, I was gonna say a lot of times, as you, the more you know about yourself, the more you realize that they don't really respect you. They don't really understand you at all.
You might be coming over there as a veiled Captain Save 'em.
Yep.
Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, for instance, I tell you, you go over there and then start talking about reparations. See once you start talking about stuff like that, then you see where they don't necessarily agree. They don't support you. And that's your.
Bro, this testifying ass nigga running up here talking about if we talk about reparations, they ain't gonna understand us. We going over there like some Captain Save-ems and some stuff like this. Bro, nigga, burn your passport. You've disrespect all of us, nigga. Shame, nigga. Shame. We're gonna drag this nigga through King's Landing. Shame, nigga. How dare you? You gonna get up here and try to say that we on some transactional shit. And after the transaction, we are expecting these women to understand us. But when we start talking about things like reparations, they're not going to get us. First off, I'm going to let you know. Most brothers are not speaking on reparational topics. The brothers that travel, that's not at the top of our list, family. The top of our list is not reparations. Okay? Brothers are building. We're not begging the government for fucking treats and handouts and pats on the fucking head, you whole nigga. But it's all right. We're going to get to, because I called in next. So we're going to get to where I called in and I'm going to drop the link.
Legacy you're talking about,
Right. That's heavy stuff, DeMarco, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for getting in here. You brought Las Vegas into the building. We're all over the country tonight. Tonight's conversation is on fire. People want to talk about it. Minnie from Los Angeles. Let's get to Minnie.
Seek out
disrespect, but many men of a lesser constitution would be like, okay, that's the moment I turn on y'all. Go ahead, Minnie, finish.
And you don't support me. It shows a lack of support. I want to give you props for the topic. That was what ignited my call. And then
A bit of, I guess that American.
Wait, Rogish, you cooking, and I need you to. It's Katina. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
Congratulations to Trinity Unlimited Child.
Doctor about screening.
That middle school.
Holding all niggas accountable.
Do some pro-black men dislike some black women? Tonight's topic, the passport bros. Are black men opting out of our collective trauma by seeking a wife from other countries? 1-800-920-15.
A lot of these guys don't really accept themselves as a community like that. And I don't really think we're why not go for that where you're going to be treated like a king? I ain't saying
About him. Do you understand? And a lot of men, I want to be treated like a king. But you haven't done the internal work to raise to the status of king from the inside. Somebody said, oh, brothers want peace. Peace is an inside job. Gosh, it's like asking for something that you didn't work for. It's like demanding it of women. Please bring me peace. Well, do you know how to quiet your own chaos, brother? Let's get Chris from North Carolina in here. Let's go. Chris.
All right, here we go. I dropped the link in the chat. I went on ahead and hold on. I'm dropping the link. All right, we got the link in the chat. I'm gonna get in here. This is where I said what I said based off what I heard. Okay, this is why I said what I said based off what I was hearing, because I didn't quite like what I was hearing, and I want to see what the brother had to say about it. Okay, so let's continue. Now I'm gonna slow it down. Yeah.
What up, Chris? You on the line, man? Talk to us.
Yeah, man. What's up? All right. So, yeah, this is Chris from the chat. You see me as Chris Asu. I go by Chris Strongheart on my channel. And my thing is just like, bro, I don't understand your gripes and issues that you have with brothers who want to travel. Like, I'm not understanding what's the issue. You know what I mean? Like, what I'm hearing is like.
Wait, hold on, Chris. Let me answer that first question, and then I'll go to your next question. I don't have gripes with brothers who want to travel. I said that in the first hour. I said,
Wait a minute. Hold up. You don't have gripes? You don't have gripes? You don't have gripes. You don't have gripes. But you said everything you said. This is why I illustrated everything that I put in the beginning of this video. I wanted to go back and play the first part of the hour. I wanted to go back and I wanted to play it so everybody can hear what he said. He says he doesn't have gripes. His response off the rip is to tell me he doesn't have gripes. Really? Okay, fam, too easy. All right, we're gonna keep it rocking. Hold on, we're gonna let him go.
Said I don't have a gripe with brothers who want to travel and experience and see the world. As a matter of fact, Sean called in from Oakland and said the same thing, and I said I agree with him then. So that by definition, that's a gripe. When there's two instances of somebody saying the opposite of what you think they said, by continuing to think they said it, that means you're holding the gripe. So I'll answer your next question.
So my thing is, man,
Wait a minute. So is this nigga gaslighting me? For me to speak on what I see, because I don't know how well y'all can hear me in the background on the phone. I'm sorry if I can't hear that, if y'all can't hear that clearly, but I'll try to reiterate for you. But he's trying to tell me that I'm the one with the gripe because I'm calling out what he said. And I'm the one with the gripe and you talking about us. And then when we pull up on you, oh, you have the problem. What? My nigga, I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I've been married and I've dealt with a lot of women, my G. I'll tell you something. Gaslighting ain't finna work on me. That ain't finna work on me, my nigga. That is out of the question. I see you, Cool Jen. I see you. Hold tight.
You're not going to address that, though?
You know, the brothers. Well, I hear you saying that. All right. I hear you
Okay,
saying
I
that
just
brothers
want to
who
make
don't
sure.
have any gripes, but I know I hear you. I hear you saying that. But you're saying that, oh, we don't have any gripes and this and that. But it's like you casting these aspersions like, oh yeah, these brothers haven't done the internal work. They all hate black women.
Hold on. Let me address that. I never use all. I didn't say all, brothers.
We don't either.
As a matter of fact, I made a distinction. I did make a distinction. I said, brothers, it's fine if you organically want to go out. I'm damn near verbatim. It's fine if you want to go organically go out and meet somebody and it happens natural and it's all good and you're traveling and it's great. And if you meet somebody, in Brazil or in Panama, I don't care where you meet them. If you meet them and it's organic, great. I'm an advocate of that. I said, however, if your search is prompted by your unhealed wounds, if, not all, if. So again, I'm illustrating your gripe because you're really not listening to what I'm saying. You're defending what you believe.
I'm not listening. I'm not listening when I hear clearly what you said. And I'm not listening. And I heard what you said. But I'm the one who's not listening. Okay? I'm the one who's not listening when I'm regurgitating back to you exactly what you were saying. Okay? Again, it ain't much longer. I'm gonna walk through it and then I'm gonna let my brother Kujin get up here. We're gonna talk our talk. Stand by.
Continue.
Exactly. And I'm definitely defending what I believe because there are brothers who are going out here to exercise their options. And they don't need the answer for anything. They haven't done any crimes. And these are not like the lowest rungs of the community and stuff like this. These are upstanding, outwardly mobile, brothers who are doing their thing. They're usually, traveling is not cheap. These are not some rusty, dusty, what we say on this side, Poochie Ray Ray types. These are not some dudes like that. These are higher echelon dudes who are making these type of moves and decisions. And we don't need to be catching flack from other brothers who are just going to be like, oh, well,
hold on.
all are doing this and doing this.
Hold on.
Like, that's not the case.
Hold on, Chris. We're doing good right here. You, as in we, the brothers who go and do these things are not rusty dusty. That wasn't implied either. Again,
My brother, I got to call it out. You said what you said. You said passport bros. You said this is y'all. I'm saying, why did you say that? You said, oh, I wasn't talking about all of y'all. So who are you addressing? Because hey, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about? But oh no, it's not all of y'all. It's not what I said. It's not what you said. It's I'm crazy, and it's not what you said. Okay.
Identify with something, you tend to defend it. You have to pick your battles wisely because this conversation wasn't it's not how you framed it, brother. Because on every point that you brought up, I acknowledged that at some point in the show, I acknowledged that there's a certain group of brothers that are doing their thing because they want to. I didn't say all, you said all. Do you understand? So again, when you identify with something, you tend to blindly defend it, even when it doesn't need defense. You heard that old saying, hit dogs holler? We wasn't talking to you, but you made it like.
My brother, who are you talking about? See, this is what I said. This is what I was talking about. I said, I'm going to play it from the beginning. I'm going to show y'all what he said. I address him directly. He says, oh, we're not talking about you, brother. What? What? My nigga, I literally am addressing what you were talking about because you want the smoke from the Passport Bros, and then the Passport Bros pull up, and now you say, "Oh, I wasn't talking about Passport Bros." Excuse me? Oh, no. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. And I said that to you. Right? And now you're trying to gaslight me and tell me I'm crazy. Okay, no, too easy. Let's rock. Let's rock. Let's get through it because we're gonna get it going. Hold on.
We were talking to you. So we didn't address. Do you understand what I'm saying? But do you comprehend what I'm saying? Because clearly I got to walk you back through the conversation I had earlier where the points you made that you accused me of saying, I have debunked those. So how do you move forward?
So you're saying it's predicated on, so those who are moving based off of the passport movement and things of this nature, because we hear guys talking about, oh, these are black manosphere guys, these guys are this, these guys are that, red pill guys. Yes, we are. And the thing is that there are underlying gripes that some brothers are just like, because you have more of the pro-black side of the house to say, oh, you brothers need to stay and fight. You got
wait, hold on, Chris. Let me understand. Did you just say that you do have gripes? Because before you said you had gripes, you said you guys are upwardly mobile brothers who do it because you want to. Now, if you're doing it because you're prompted by a gripe, do you not prove my point? One of the points I was making. Did you not just prove my point?
My thing is that I'm agreeing with you. What I'm saying is because these brothers have the option to do so. What I'm trying to illustrate is this. Some brothers will say, hey, man, you need to stay and fix your community. Fine. If some brothers want to sit on that hill and do that thing, that's okay. But what you're speaking to, Passport Bros are brothers who have decided, no, we're not doing that. We're going to exercise our options and go different locations for whatever it is that we want.
And listen, Chris.
Now, I just want to talk on that point right there. I just want to speak on that point right there. He tried to make it sound like I was crazy because I'm telling him that, yes, some brothers do have a gripe, but not all of us. Okay. And he's talking about, well, if it's organic and you meet it this and that. Some brothers have a gripe because they are tired of the issues that are going on with what's going on in the States. That's a viable reason to move. If you don't like the team you're on and you ask to get traded and you go to another place and you're happy, what's the issue? And I'm telling him that, yes, some brothers are going to move like that. I'm not defeating my own point by saying, yes, some brothers have issue. Just because you're upward, outstanding, and mobile doesn't mean you don't have problems that you don't like from the states and the places that you come from. Two things can exist in the same place, brother. That's not me defeating my own point. That's me saying that, yes, some brothers have issue and they have a lot of money and resources and they decided to go somewhere. That's what I was saying. He's trying to make it sound like I'm putting my foot in my own mouth. Nigga, no, I didn't. I know what I was saying. And I meant exactly what I said. Let's rock.
Let me just say this too, Chris. I love the fact that you guys have options. And I love the fact that you can execute that. However, back to the point I made that you somehow didn't bring up or glossed over, it doesn't matter if you have options. If you haven't conquered the inner work, the gripe, the slight, whatever dysfunction you may have come from. A lot of people don't think they've come from any dysfunction. But if you haven't, listen what I'm saying, brother. If you don't conquer the inner work, it doesn't matter where you go, you're actually going to call that in from whatever group of people or race of people or culture you visit. You're going to call in that relationship that will expose that. That's the point I was making. Chris, you have the floor.
But brother, my thing is this: you're speaking about the inner work. Fam, the inner work is not the issue with the black community as it stands right now. Black men's inner work is not the issue that is plaguing the black community right now. That's not what's the problem, brother. You're speaking on a problem.
Wait, hold tight, Chris. Chris, hold tight. I gotta carry you forward. Stay with me. Don't leave. Boy, you crazy than a bag of angel dust, but we gonna keep it cooking. Chris, stay with us. North Carolina in the building.
When we come forward.
He's so happy I made his show hot. Look at him. He's so happy I made his show hot. Look at this.
Health crisis among Black students. Maisha Cairo here with your
Inner work is not
Rates of depression
our
and
biggest
anxiety
issue.
among Black students
All
have
right.
been increasing at a staggering rate. A study from the National Institute of Health found that approximately 34% of Black students reported feeling so depressed in the last
I love it.
also been dealing with additional stress of bomb threats at
Hey,
their
we're at
universities.
94,
And
96.
families not having
This is one of the
access to
best
abortion
conversations
services
we've
fueling
had on this
programs
motherfucker,
today.
man.
Oh, look at that. You getting your little money thanks to the Passport Bros. Yeah, I'll take my invoice. You know what I mean? Throw a little something on the nigga channel. Since you so excited that we pulled up. Yeah. You can throw a little something down. You know what I'm saying? I told you. He was so excited that somebody actually showed up and challenged him. That's all he wanted. That's all he wanted. Look at this, bro.
And y'all gotta get us to our benchmark. Don't leave us hanging. Damn. Ever. Y'all bullshit me, man.
Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Brother Cool Mo D. Wild Wild West. My playlist is my co-host Classic Hip Hop Tonight. I was in a very, very good conversation with the young brother Chris from North Carolina. I want to bring him back in here. Chris. Yes. So really quickly, brother, to reiterate, I know that there are different class of men who go all over the world, who travel, who experience all types of women. Fine. That wasn't my argument. My point was, if there is a faction of brothers who are going because they've given up on the type of women Black women are. Now, again, Black men and women in America.
Oh, hold up. Hold up. What are the type of women that Black women are? See, we'll gloss over shit. We'll gloss over shit and not speak on it. What are the type of women that Black women are that brothers have an issue with? Speak to the issue, my nigga. Speak to the issue. If you say that you can see Passport Bros issue, then why don't you speak to it? You just gloss over it. Speak to the issue, my G. What's the problem? What's the problem? Yeah. What are the type of women? Because you're casting aspersions on the brothers. You have issue with the brothers who are saying we identify the issue and this is how we choose to solve it. Instead of saying what is the issue that brothers are getting away from. And you want to hold a sword at us and say, you get over here. Who do you freedom Negroes think you are? Get your ass back on that plantation. Don't you run away from Big Mama. The hell is wrong with you? He sound like a shucking jive ass nigga the way he talking right now. Fuck out of here, nigga. Let's finish this up, and I'm gonna let my niggas gonna speak from the chat. Hold tight.
America, African Americans were cultivated by the same toxicity. This is how I started the show. We manifest our toxicity in different ways than our women do. But I think we hold our women for their hold our women accountable for their toxicity. But I don't know if we hold ourselves accountable for our own. Now, brother, I hear you. I hear you. Yes, you're not Dusty and you guys have the resources and all of that. But if you've listened to this show is about spiritual evolution. You said the Black community shouldn't worry about trauma and toxicity and all of that stuff. Could you go deeper into that?
My point about the trauma and the toxicity is that the way this is being shaped, because you brought up the point, you said that Black men, you don't need to focus on your trauma, your toxicity. Of course, man. I mean, those are the type of things.
But that's not what you said when we went to break. You double backing. Now you pedaling backwards.
No.
Come on now.
No. Let me phrase it properly, right?
All right.
You said that these are the reasons. You said that those are the reasons behind a lot of the dysfunction. Is that Black men need to work on their internal person.
Yes, for a certain group. Yes. Yes, for a certain group of men. Remember that. We said that though. We said we.
Now I want y'all to see how he keeps saying a certain group. So we went from passport bros to the ones who need to work on themselves, and now we've gotten into a smaller box of saying that, oh, we're only talking about ones and twos. Who are you talking about? You see what I was saying? I knew what I was saying. And he's trying to walk this down like he's only saying, oh, I'm only talking about certain ones. Who? Al? Who are you talking about? Because I said passport bros, and you're just like, no. Oh, no, we're talking about these guys. That's not how you started. And he's trying to say that that's how you started. No, that's not how you started. I just showed everybody how you started. You started out and kikiing about passport bros and some weak ass niggas. Okay. And now we asking you certain questions, fam. Now we asking you certain questions about what the hell you talking. And apparently, oh no, not you guys. I was just talking about, small group. Okay.
We literally said a certain group of brothers. We didn't say all brothers. That's not what we say on this show.
But the anchor of what we're referring to though is passport bros now. Now that's the thing. So what I'm speaking to in terms of passport bros, what we're speaking to in terms of passport brothers and brothers who travel, these are a certain set of guys who have decided that their best option is going to be to travel to look for better whatever. It could be women, it could be resources, and it could be just wanting to get out of the country. And yes, there are a section of brothers who say, hey, I'm done with community, I'm tired of the issues, I'm tired of the nonsense. And they don't feel it is their place to stay here and fix what they feel they did not break. That's the anchor.
I got you. Point. No, I hear that, but I hear that, Chris, but here's the flaw in your argument. You assume that all of the passport bros are a monolith ideologically, meaning you guys all think the same. And you can't show me a group of people anywhere on the planet Earth that all think exactly the same.
Let me ask y'all this question. Did I at any point say that all passport brothers think the same? Did I not address that some passport brothers are moving around because they feel like that, yo, I have issues with the community. Some feel like, yo, I just want to go for better opportunities to do other things. I did not say all passport bros have the same mentality. But I did say that we have tenets and ideas that we stand on is that we will stand on going other places for better options. That is one of the tenets of passport bros and SYSBM as well. And he's trying to categorize us like a monolith. And I didn't say we're a monolith, but if anybody for those of you who are listening, between me and him, who is the person who outlined a whole group of people? He did. He said passport bros. He said y'all. He was the one who let his callers get in there and talk shit about us. And then he never stopped to say, wait. He never said, stop. I'm not talking about all passport bros. I'm just talking about some. I didn't. So let me finish up because it's almost done, and we're gonna let the chat rock.
And black people aren't a monolith. So I'm sure a small group like the passport bros are not monolithic either. So do you see that? I'm sure some of y'all think differently. And you admitted yourself that many of you guys go with a grudge. You have a grudge, a legitimate grudge to you. All right, then. That kills the monolith of the point you just made.
But we are referring to what you're saying though. That's what I'm sticking to. So what you're saying is that for those that do, and I'm speaking to the ones that do, because I'm staying there, and I'm letting you know for those brothers that do, because now we're getting smaller and smaller and smaller in our numbers of who we're talking about. Those brothers, they don't, the vast majority of black community, or even black women for that matter, they don't care about those brothers. They don't care about those brothers anyway. So my thing is, what is the point of trying to, we need to hold a candle to these brothers and tell them they need to do the internal work they need to do? For what outcome? For what reward? Because you're making it sound like, if these brothers were just this, they would have better outcomes.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Like, no, that's not the case.
Again, so Chris, again, you clearly don't listen to the show, and you clearly don't understand the voice of the show, and it's fine.
No, I don't listen to your show. I'll admit, I don't listen to your show. I just know bullshit when I hear it, nigga. That's what that's about. I know bullshit when I hear it. And you called my name and you put bullshit on it. You said Passport, bro, and you put bullshit on it, and Passport nigga showed up. That's what happened. I don't need to listen to your goddamn show to hear you talking shit today. I don't give a damn what you said yesterday. You talking shit today. So we rolled up on you, and then look at how he moved. Listen, look at what he did. I said, you are talking about these specific brothers because we kept willing down. Oh, you don't listen to the show. You're talking about Passport brothers. Then you said, no, I'm just talking about these group of guys. Who are you addressing, family? If you're not talking about Passport bros, don't put Passport bros in your title. Let's finish. It's almost done.
Brother, you are entitled to your perspective, but I would ask you to do this. Instead of defending your ideology, tune into the show from time to time and just listen to the content so you can get a better understanding of what exactly we do here on this show. Hey, man, I'm proud that you are a Passport bro and you go all over the world and enjoy yourself. And I want you to continue to be able to do that. Thank you for calling in to the Voice of Reason. We appreciate you, brother. You brought North Carolina in the building. You're welcome to call back anytime.
Appreciate you.
Boy, that was a masterclass on not listening. But it's all.
And now here he go wanting to talk his shit as though he didn't say what he said, but gonna try to tell me I wasn't listening. We heard you, nigga. Passport bros across the internet heard what you said, nigga. We all heard you, nigga. Don't try to run that shit over here like, oh, you didn't hear what I said. No, nigga, we all heard exactly what you said. Man, let me get this nigga up out of here, bro. Let me get this shit up out of here, bro. Let me get this shit up out of here. My main man, Cool Gen 87, you in the building, bro. What's good with you, man?
Yo, what's going on, brother Chris? How you doing, man? Thanks for having me on your panel, bro.
What's up? What's good, fam?
Yeah, man. I want to be on here for a little bit. Shortly. So yeah, I heard everything what he said, and heard what you said. And the dude was double-minded. So basically what he was doing though, man, he was trying to shame you and other guys that has passports. I have a passport myself too. You know what I'm saying? It's yourself. Your inner self. Like, what does they have anything to do with men going outside the culture though when we know something's wrong with the whole entire place? See, I can't stand old ninjas like that. And they part of the problem too though, man. That's the reason why a lot of us millennials and the Gen Z man, they seeing this, so they say, oh, the older millennial men and the older men that's went through this in the past here in the States. Nah, we going elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got the brothers like Austin Holloman and all of them, man. They going elsewhere because they seeing it. They raising up a whole different generation. And I said, yo, this place is about to be done, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these chicks crying on TikTok talking about they ain't no more real men. Well, because you choose not to be with no real men. That's why a lot of them, their future daughters won't be wife material. And I've said this like a couple of years ago, man. And we're starting to see it right now. The prediction is actually happening right now, though, man. This place is gonna be as dry as a desert, bro. It really is.
Hell yeah, bro. You know what I mean? Like this nigga trying to get up here and make it sound like we crazy. Like we don't hear what this nigga talking about, bro. Like, I mean, he said what he said. We heard him say what he said. And you're right. Like brothers are getting up, brothers who know better who have themselves in position, who got their bread together, who are, you know, realizing their value, who are making moves, doing their thing. Brothers are getting out. Brothers who are not dealing with that nonsense, that foolishness, are getting the hell up out of here. Now I know Zoe is an old nigga, but sometimes he gotta hear it. Like, hey fam, you don't know everything, my nigga. You don't know everything, Brody. Like we got it's a whole movement going on, and you just tapping into this. You just getting the tip of the iceberg on what this shit is really about. You know what I'm saying? Because you got brothers, other passport bros, you know what I'm saying, on different channels. Of course, Austin making his moves, doing his thing. BMT out there, you know what I'm saying? Aaron Ferris doing his thing. Our brothers over here in BMO, we rocking how we rocking. You know what I'm saying? Open up avenues and doors and stuff like this. And it's that. See, brothers like him, the pro-black types, feel like we hate ourselves or whatever this is, or we hate black women. I'm trying to tell you right now, I got brothers in my group are now starting to travel out into Africa, and they're talking about this is some of the greatest experiences they have ever had. And nobody talking about, we going after the white women. So niggas with these points like this, bro, I just because you heard what he tried to gaslight me and made me sound like I was motherfucking crazy on what the nigga saying to me on the phone.
That's what they do, man. That's what they do, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So now a lot of men, young men, have waking up, and there's movements going on because, like I said, brothers are going elsewhere. They're tired of this. Like, nobody's going to live a long life and not be able to leave a legacy, prosper here. Because a lot of these chicks here, they don't want to have no legacy here, though. So men are just done with it, with all the talking stuff here. So I see the future of this place. It's just gone downhill, man. And I'm glad that a lot of men are waking up. A lot of our younger men and stuff, because they getting their sons and stuff passport to go elsewhere. So you even have like sisters like Shahrazad Ali or the Crimson Secure. Shout out to them ladies though, man. That talks about this stuff, but they don't even want us to them sisters though. Oh, I thought y'all had a sisterhood. Oh, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? When they try to tell you, you know what I'm saying, some of the other guys, you know what I'm saying, that's on this platform have told them, but they don't want to listen stuff. And platforms like this, your channel, my channel, and a few others are saving black men's lives from you know what I'm saying, unliving themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, trying to keep brothers have brothers to have options to go elsewhere, though, man. That's what it's all about. Even people who's in the word, it talks about a man that traveleth knoweth many things, though, man. So who are they talking about? We don't even love ourselves. No, it ain't that. We just know that it's functional. Like, okay, it's time to go the other way, move different.
Facts. And the thing is, it's just like niggas like Zoe think that we're supposed to stay here and deal with the dysfunction. Now, he tried to say, oh, well, I'm not going to deal with the woman who has a sharp tongue and all this other stuff. Okay, but you still here. And what we saying is that brothers you have some brothers, like I said, that have decided that they're going to take their talents to South Beach. And you want to try to call us out and talk your little shit in the beginning. You kiki, haha, and laughing in the beginning of the video at us as though we these, you know, all these little things you want to try to say about us. Are we some weak niggas? He said, you heard it, I showed it, Lester Men. You saw him talking shit, and I played it. So when I addressed him, I said, okay, family, you want to try to make me sound like I'm crazy. So let me ask you this, my nigga. Who are you talking about? Because every time I said, no, you're talking about Passport Brothers, he said, oh, well, all of y'all don't think like a monolith, do you? I'm like, nigga, what do you? I didn't say we all think like a monolith. I said you're talking shit on our name and you're trying to frame who we are, and that is not who we are.
But they don't call out them diversities, though. They don't call out them, though, for anything. They don't call out the alphabet community. You don't call out none of this stuff. But it's always an attack on heterosexual men, though, man. I told you, feel like it's a crime being here trying to flirt with chicks here in this country, though, man. Like, it's like we got the discernment, though, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of them don't have that, though, man. You know, you got these lame dating roaches and stuff like that, you know, telling me, well, this is what you need to do, though. 3 steps to do this. No, I don't hear that bull crap. You know what I'm saying? It's just common sense. That's all what it takes, though. That's all what it is, though, man.
Yeah, man. It's just a bunch of these old niggas talking shit, man. A lot of these cats is mad, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, bro, why you see this is, you know what? This is the disconnect right here. You got these older Gen Xers, or he might be a boomer, you know what I'm saying? He up there. But my thing is just you got these old niggas talking down on the younger movements, and it's just like, bro, this is the dysfunction that we have even between black men. And you see a movement because think about how small we are. 14% of the population is the Black American community. This many brothers are traveling, by the way, who even have passports, and we're causing all this shit. Kevin Samuels was this big in a community called the Black Manosphere, but he set a fire across the whole fucking world, and black women lost their collective shits. So much so to the point that they danced on our nigga's grave when he passed away. Rest in peace to the Godfather. These ungrateful ass bitches. You see the shit that they did? They talk shit behind our name, but don't nobody call these bitches out but us. Nobody call them out but us. Yeah. And we get shit. And he come at us and try to say that we're wrong for moving in our best option when you see the dysfunction. Go ahead, Rock, my nigga. Go ahead.
There was a brother. I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't talk about him. He's one of the few that inspired me to get my passport. It was like years ago. Mr. V for V's World, man. You say God rest his soul, man. Passport 2017. We talked like 2015 at the time, 2017. But yeah, it wasn't because of women or anything, but because the passport for to go see other places, to venture out, to see the world and stuff, live life. You know what I'm saying? Your health means a lot. Our happiness as black men means a lot, because down here it's like our happiness over here in the States is really degrading because the place is really becoming dry, man. And we want to have a legacy to pass on to our children and stuff, man. But a lot of these chicks, though, man, it's just all we come across is if they are good, they already taken, they're married and stuff. So all it is like the clearance sale rack. Like, who buys from the clearance sale rack, though, man, when the shelf is empty, though, man? No freaking body. So why not go to another place where I'm getting better customer service, better produce? You know what I'm saying? Or you'll sell out. Well, are we in all four corners of the earth? We created everything. Okay, they act like it, though. They act like America is the only freaking world, though, in this, like, on this planet, though. No, there's other continents out there, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So why stay here? Why stay here?
Because
shout out to the men.
Go ahead.
So yeah, shout out to all y'all, man. That's doing your thing, man. The traveling stuff, man. Keep doing what you're doing and stuff, man. You're inspiring other black men and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I see this generation is really waking up. You know, they getting out the streets. You know what I'm saying? They settle down trying to build their business, trying to, you know what I'm saying, get their money right and stuff. And I'm glad, man. That's a whole change. They mad because, like, oh, he passed the gun line, boss. He passed the gun line, boss. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they do out here, man. But keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, family. And like I said, man, it's too many brothers out here trying to police us. This is grade A dick policing, family. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Edward Anderson would call this nigga a dice agent. You know what I'm saying? Right off this nigga is a straight up dice agent, Brody. Like, the shit he's trying to say, yeah, straight agents, bro. Like, trying to hold us in the matrix, bro. Like, trying to talk about, well, do the Brazilian women really love you? Do the Colombian women really love? When you talk about reparations, is she out there boycotting, holding the flag? Nigga, we not even on that shit out there, bro. That's how lost we are, dog. That's how lost
Chris,
this nigga is, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, check this out. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm pretty sure you noticed this too, floating around social media. They'll try to use like a foreign woman, right? But the Americanized foreign woman that's so-called live up here for decades now. The shame men for like saying, well, we don't like you black men anyway, though. See what I told you? Then they'll try to say in the same sentence, well, y'all told you they don't like y'all American men. No. She's been over here in America. She's been westernized. So don't try to use that bullcrap excuse against us, the reason why we can't travel, though. Men are still going elsewhere as they please, and they should. So I need to ask a lot of these older dudes too. To you older dudes that have daughters, would you say your daughters are future wife material? Tell me that. Tell us this on this panel, though. But y'all can't, though, because a lot of them are thought out. They're whores. They would never, ever be called the wife, though, man. Ever.
Yeah, no, see, they don't want to have that conversation, Brody. They don't want to have
that conversation.
No,
they're not ready for it.
They're not ready.
They ain't ready for that, though, man. They ain't ready for that, though, man. Because we're going to fire them up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's the biggest thing, man. It's just like, you want to throw all these stones at us and try to tell us, well, oh, y'all need to stay here and y'all need to do this, and why y'all traveling, and y'all have, you know, all the ish they try to throw on us, like y'all niggas are whack, y'all got no game, all this other stuff, that and the third, where it's just like, my dude, why do you care so much about these lesser niggas? If we're all this, we're all that, and you want to take these comments that come from these Americanized, women. Like I've seen some of the stuff that they try to put out there, like, you black men need to stop talking about your women. And da-da-da. First of all, Miss Lady, who are you to talk about us? Because for those, I'm like, first of all, don't now try to be all high and mighty when you came from another country yourself and you're trying to address us, because this is something that Pablo talks about, is how come people from other countries can cross our borders and come over here for better opportunities and get what they need that they're missing, but we cannot cross borders to get what we need and what we're missing and what we're trying to build on. It's wrong when black men do it.
Right.
When everybody else does it. God damn.
Hey, check this out. See, Passport Bros and other traveling men wouldn't exist. Wouldn't go to other countries if women were already in their femininity. There would be no need for men to go out elsewhere and look for wives or whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, okay, this is a whole different generation. We see the wickedness here. It's just time to move different though, man. It's like, yo, it's done. A lot of men here around our age, like I see like the percentages where like they're not having children like that. They say it's like the lowest in like unlike any other generation right now, man. Nobody's doing it right now. If they do have children, it's usually like the wicked men and the wicked women here, pretty much. So now they push all the good men out the homes. And guess what? When they say they don't care about good men, basically they're inviting the enemy in. Like, oh, you don't need your men, huh? Well, if we're going to come and attack you, they're going to do like what they did from was it Genghis Khan generation, all them way back then. They conquered women. Man, they better wake up, man. I'm telling you, man. I can go deep with this.
That's the thing, bro. There is a whole agenda behind it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really move my channel into the political spaces, but there is an agenda behind it to tear apart the family. Now, my thing is this: is the problem is that the high majority of our women vote and agree with the views and opinions of that side of the political arm. Therefore, they are voting for the destruction of their own community. And as black men who are wise and intelligent and who understand what's going on, we're looking at this like, wait a minute. You are praying for the downfall of what was our community because you want to act like an independent woman and say that, oh, I don't need man. I got the government, to where you have divided yourself from enlightened men or men who know better or who are on their purpose and say, yo, we see the issues. Come over here with us. We understand. Come over here. Let's get away from that you keep voting for and let's come over here. But see, no. They are still nippling from the teat of the government being their actual man, to where we have been set aside and separated from our women, and they don't see the problem. So men who are listen, men in this generation and generations behind me, meaning the younger generations, are saying, guess what? Us millennials, zillennials, and I'm sure the alphas are going to get to the point to where or the millennials, we're pretty much already here. We're like, we're not talking with you anymore because we've seen what some of our younger Gen Xer parents or dads, whatever, we see what they went through. We see what older brothers have went through, our older brothers and stuff like this. We've seen what they've went through. We see how y'all treated our dads, our stepdads. We see what has happened, and we're just like, wait a minute. Nothing is happening. Nothing is changing. It's getting worse. So brothers now are waking up and they're just like, now, we can see that I can clearly step over here to this community and they have a tendency to love me a lot over here. Interesting. How come I don't get a lot of that love on this side of the house? What is all this about? So then you start to go into it and you figure out that the same way that they categorize you is not the same way that your own women would categorize you. You know what I mean? So when you go to these different places, and it's usually it's you want to go to a different country to get the full experience of the culture. But it's not about hating women or black women because of how they look, because so many of them want to talk about, oh, you hate us because of our features and y'all just want to chase white women or wet and wavies and exoticals and all this stupid shit they say instead of addressing the actual point of the problem. So like I said, man, we ain't going no more for the bullshit. We ain't going.
Facts. And the older women too, and I got a bone pick with them too. A lot of y'all 50-plus-year-old women, though, not saying all of y'all, but a lot of y'all doing the same thing what these younger chicks doing. You're trying to compete and stuff. You're not acting feminine. You're not acting your age and stuff. So then if you have a younger dude to try to talk to you, just for example, you try to say, oh, you're too young. Basically what you're doing is that you're trying to sit there and say you still got it. you know, but a lot of men around your age are actually dating lesser in their 20s and early 30s, though, man, for women who they can have children with. And I get tired of this too, this shaming, age shaming too. Men who are 30, 40, 50 plus years old who don't have no children, right? They a woman in 20s, they try to call them, you know what I'm saying, the P word, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you chasing younger women, you shouldn't be doing that. Well, didn't you already had your children as a woman in your early 20s? Yes, okay then. Just shut up. You know what I'm saying? To stay in your place though. Where's your man there? Oh, that's right. You ain't got one now. So now you're miserable. You're getting on TikTok, IG, whatever social media that you use. Now you're crying, talking about you can't find a good man though. When in that case, you too busy chasing your careers and stuff. And guess where it gets you? Nowhere. It's all vain. It's all vain.
Facts. It is. And it's all, to me, it's like you got a section, a lot of brothers like us, we not fighting. You know what I'm saying? We're not finna sit here and waste our time fighting the nonsense. We just like, yo, we just gonna pack up. We just gonna make our best option. And shout out to Cortez Smith, who's talking about, he said they used American Asian women to combat Filipina P because they couldn't find a real Korean pathetic. So yeah, even like, because Filipina P, she out here, you know, talking about how fine y'all Western women want to act up. Filipino was just like, we have no issue taking your American man.
Right. Hey.
Like, yo, shout out to Filipina P. Yo.
Yes, sir. And shout out to Gail Nelson too, though. That's another foreign lady, though. Shout out to her too, though. Another sister from South America. Shout out to her too, though. And this is what I see too, man. I know you seeing this too, that I'm seeing the foreign women are getting platforms and they calling out the American women. I'm like, oh snap. So that's gonna be a big thing though, man, coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like they can't win. You can't win.
Bro, I said the same thing. I did a video on this when I talked about Pearl, because when Pearl came through here on Anton's channel and she set black women on fire, Pearl came through here and was lighting their asses up. And she wasn't even really saying a lot. She wasn't really going hard, but Pearl came in this whole cooking. And they try to make it seem like we were the ones propping Pearl up. No, we are not responsible for her growth. And they look at it like, oh, well, y'all praising this white woman. Y'all need to put y'all see. I would say to black women, check this out. Understand, Pearl is the beginning. Y'all think Pearl was something to worry about? Wait until the white women and the other races of women start coming through here who look like models, who are defending brothers, who travel. And y'all ain't gonna have nothing to say about, oh, Pearl ugly, this and that, da da da. I'm trying to tell you, Pearl is only the beginning, because I've started to see more women of other cultures are starting to speak to the issues that are going on over here, because there's a part of us who are going out to these other countries. And I've had conversations with women. I've had conversations with women in foreign countries, and we've had conversations, and when I tell them stuff about some of the stuff that's going on back here, and they don't understand. It's like, why would they treat y'all like that? Y'all are this, y'all are that. I don't understand what's wrong with them. They're crazy. What, they would rather have their careers over a family? What's wrong with them? I've had multiple women tell me that. Why would she want to have a career over having a family and being a wife and da da da? I'm trying to tell you, and this is what they don't understand. It's different over there. It's different over there. And brothers who, this is why I tell brothers, don't start getting advice from men about traveling who have not traveled. If that brother has not went overseas, if he has not been to certain places, don't pay much attention to his criticisms about all these other countries and the women, because he's only talking about what he thinks goes on. Real travel brothers will explain to you what's really going on. And you got silly niggas like Zoe who are gonna get in here and try to blame us and shame us, and it's time out for that. You got niggas who will pull up on you real quick and be like, hey, who you talking about? You trying to, we what? We who? Because nigga, we used to this. We used to these niggas. We used to these clowns trying to come for us and try to tell us who we are. Nigga, we born in this shit. So you want to sit here and try to say who we are? Okay, nigga. Now I'm gonna roll up on you. Now who you talking about? Oh, well, I'm not talking about all you guys. I was just saying it's these ones.
Yeah, right.
Like, man, bro, get out of it, nigga. Okay, bro, get out of here, bro. Like, you know, because this is why I set it up the way I set it up, and that's why I made sure everybody saw it the way everybody saw it. Okay, that's why I did it that way, because I wanted everybody to see it. Because I said no, he addressed all of us. And then when I pulled up on him, he said, no, I wasn't talking about everybody. I'm like, nigga, Passport Bros is in the title of your video. What are you talking about? I'm just saying, for the brothers who go over there with an issue, some of us do. And What you gonna do about it? Oh, well, you're gonna bring that negative connotation. No, I'm not, because guess what? When I get over there, most of my problems are solved because I'm not thinking about the issues that I was having in the States when I'm not there. You act like he acts like that these monsters are just getting produced from the States and we're just carrying this toxic masculine behavior, leave it to him. This toxic energy we're carrying and we're spoiling the women in these other countries. No, going over there for some brothers is the cure. Going to these different countries is the cure. Having that release of letting that pain go is the cure. That's why we're not going overseas and we're still angry, fighting with women in different countries, talking about why don't you understand me? How come you don't fight my battles and reparations? Nigga, that's the type of shit you would do. We're not doing that.
Hey, Chris, you know what it is?
Go ahead.
You know what it is? They're jealous because they messed up their lives. So now they want us to live in their dysfunction, though, which we're thinking outside the box, and we're not putting up with it, though. You know what I'm saying? We're free to do what we want, go what we want now. You know what I'm saying? So we have our own choices, our own options and stuff, and they mad that we're not on a plantation like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you know what I'm saying? They're thinking outside the box, though, because I messed up my life. Well, yeah, you did. You should have known that. But guess what? If you so-called a real brother, though, you shouldn't continue to push us to want to leave and go elsewhere. I mean, it's like they so delusional and don't see the dysfunction here, man. It's so much dysfunction here to the point where, like, man, I don't even get turned on by nothing here no more, man. Like, nothing. That's how draining it is. It's like a black and white gray society, just like everybody's drained, except people like us, though, man. We like full of color and full of life, man. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wants that at all, though, man. So it's like, yo, we got the paintbrush, man. We got the paintbrush.
Bro, you speaking to a lot right now because I'm trying to tell you, like, there is a difference in your energy when you get off that plane and you just came from another country. You just came from a Colombia, a Brazil, a DR, and you get off that plane and you walk around your city and you just like, bro, this ain't it. It is, and you be sitting back. Sometimes you just be sitting to yourself in a corner, just smiling, like, man, if I was back on the beach. Because, and then people will see this energy about you. They'll be like, why are you? Something I get it, yo. I get it from females all the time. Something different about you. This and that. What's up with you? I'm just like, let me tell you something. I've seen the promised land. Like, I'm telling you, I've been in conversations where females are just be like, oh, you do what? Oh, you in the what? Oh, you went here? And then I show them the receipts and they just like, oh, you got a type. I'm like, hey, you know, I have a type. It's called freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because I will address it and I will show it. And when they see your character and they see how you move and they see that this difference about you, like this joy, it's just like, who is you? And I'm just like, I know who I am and I know my value. See, that's the type of energy that you have when you actually do stuff, when you actually travel, when you actually are a healed, actualized, stand-up man. Where this nigga is trying to say, whoever he's talking about, that is not us. That is not us. We don't go over here carrying all these burdens to these other countries. And if some brothers do, they don't stay very long, okay? Because they're not going to relate to the energy of what's going on over there in a DR or a Colombia. We give DR a lot of flack, don't get me wrong, but still, there's still an energy that comes from being outside of the States. There's still an energy that comes from understanding your value and realizing how free you are and realizing that nothing can hold you, especially goofy niggas like this who want to say he's not talking shit, but he's directly talking shit. So, when somebody addresses him, he's just like, oh, no, that's not what I was saying. I'm just like,
see right through the bull crap. See right through the lie right straight through his teeth, though, man. I'm like, Ninja, I'm like, man, we know what you're talking about. It's not a black community no more. It's a ninja community now. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we at right now, though, man. So it's like, yo, they can have this. When they say burn the community, hey, let it burn, man, because it's like it's no substance in it no more. No, it's just like no one's teaching anything past no morals, no standards. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, yo, I feel like it really died like back in the early 2000s or the late 90s. Because now, I mean, it's just gotten worse. The travelers who got on this platform, like in the early years of YouTube, they were ahead of their time, bro. They were ahead of their time. I'm like, yo, I said, this is actually happening. Like, so Charles Tyler, man, Mr. V, and they talked about this. They said it's gonna be worse for y'all generation. And I'm like, man, they wasn't lying about that, man. And it's here. It's here right now, man. And now it's like, yo, we just taking our options elsewhere, man. That's what we get, you know, and it's sad that it seems like the only ones who have our back are the women that's like across the waters and stuff. Not saying ain't, you know, it's small percentage of good women here, but the thing about it, they already married. So it's like we can't stay here. We can't really stay here now.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's a shame that, you know, when you realize that you get treated so different when you go to these different places, for brothers who haven't experienced it, when you realize how different you get treated. When I tell my younger brother about it, I explain to him, I'm like, gee, all this drama that you feel like you got to deal with, I'm like, nigga, you don't have to deal with none of that. And he ask me questions like, bro, like, you just so smooth with how you thinking, and you don't be worried about nothing when you. I'm like, bro, because I've been to places where I don't have to worry about nothing, nigga. Like, because when you come back here and you see the dysfunction, it's like you got a different. The Matrix. It's literally like you can see the code falling down. You're just like, oh wow, I know how to dodge all these bullets. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have to. You just like I see that dysfunction. Ain't got to deal with that. Move out the way of that. Pause time. Slow motion. Get out the way. Like you just move through the Matrix, and you can come and go in and out of the Matrix to Zion at will, bro. Like, come on, fam. Like, this is too easy, bro. Like,
exactly.
It's just, oh man, it's just
a
like,
lot of the Western women are like the modern day daughters of the Canaanites, for those who know the word. I was reading something in the Bible, man, right? You know, some of Rebecca, she said, how she said it? She said, I can't stand the local hentai women here. I would rather die than to see Jacob marry one of them. I said, that sounds very familiar today in these times. That sounds very familiar though, man. But yeah, man.
Facts, man. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, so much of the dysfunction that's going on right here, right now. And this is what you see, because I think brothers like Zoe think that, and I said it to him, but he denied it. And I said, bro, I don't know what brothers you think are traveling, but the brothers who are really traveling, they got their stuff together. They on their square, they upward mobile dudes, they got their heads on right, which is why these other women are choosing them, because you have girls like Filipina P, she's one talking about it, who's saying that these men are great. She's just like, I don't know why y'all are letting these dudes go, but we are happy to pick them up. So we know and understand our value. We don't need brothers like Zoe trying to tell us and shame us, or shame, you know, brothers who travel. Because even, listen, I don't give a damn if a brother's traveling, because maybe he does have issues with the community, or has issue with black women in American black women. Let's say he has an issue with ABWs. Fine, let him have those issues. He's taking care of his problem in a peaceful way by making his own decision. And a brother like Zoe trying to say, well, I'm only talking about those brothers. Even if you are talking about those niggas, I'm not gonna sit here and let you do it without hearing from me. I'm gonna have something to say about you talking about those niggas too, if they do, because you know why? You're speaking against another man's freedom. And we're not having that. My channel is about freedom and travel. Get out, move out, do what you got to do in order to have peace of mind. The peace of mind and internal work that he keeps talking about comes from self-actualization. When you've gotten away from what is your virus or your plague that is bothering you, when you've gotten away and broken away from the place, because if he'll acknowledge that brothers are broken and poisoned, and he'll even say that we all come from the issues of slavery and all these things that were done to us, and all these issues and everything that we got going on. And some brothers say, well, why should I stay here if that's the case? Oh, well, you don't need to leave. What are you, weak? So can I win, nigga? Can I win?
They don't want to see us win.
Facts.
They don't want to see us win. They want us to stay in the same pool of vomit, though, man, and not going nowhere. Be delusional like them. You know, I don't like using this terminology thing, but they use the red pill, blue pill thing. You know what I'm saying? They take the blue pill. They want to stay here, pretend like everything's all right. Stay delusional. You know, while a lot of us take the so-called take the red pill and go elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? See a variety of different things, man, outside this place, because outside this place is really the true freedom, man, when you think about it. And for you traveling brothers that have experience elsewhere, you know what I'm saying, you already know what it's like in other places and cultures and stuff. Like, you feel more alive, and it's like you came up for water, to grasp for air from underwater. You know what I'm saying? Because being here in the States is like holding your breath underwater, man.
And the thing is, it's like you get to come up, you know what I'm saying, for air when you get on that steel eagle, you know what I mean, and you ride out and you going up the runway,
Yeah.
and then you up in the air, bro, and then you gone, and it just seems like you just stretch your feet just a little bit more. You ride back in that chair in that airplane seat just a little bit more. You don't give a damn if you in economy class, nigga. Fuck that. You don't give a damn. Just, a little bit more comfortable, nigga. This economy class feels so good, nigga. You cramped up as hell, but you love it. That's the best cramp you've ever felt, nigga. Why?
Right.
Because you on your ticket to freedom, nigga. You riding the golden wings. You on your way out, fam. Wherever you going,
to another planet.
See you.
Going
You know
to another
what I'm
planet, man.
Yeah.
But you know what,
You
man?
on your way.
It makes me thankful though, even when I thought about, growing up, like, okay, for my age, me being 35, not having no children, but I'm kind of thankful I don't have none right now. So now it's like, it gives me the option, like, okay, now I see the world from a bigger, broad audience now. And it's becoming more smaller, like I said, because of social media and stuff like that. Like, we connect with other brothers like myself, like, hey, what's it like in Brazil? Yo, man, it looks good over here. Video chat. We networking now, man. We got the power of video chat, video phone here right now, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's no excuse for no millennials, no Gen Z to be closed-minded, say like, oh, well, it's bad over here and that. No. You have technology right now. You know what I'm saying? We have social media, unlike our parents once we were boomers and stuff. I can see why they closed-minded, because they don't have the stuff that we have now. We have to teach them how to use these things now. So it's all about innovating, producing, you know what I'm saying? So we got the options, man. It's like at our fingertips now, man. And it's a beautiful thing. It's like, what a time to be alive, man. What a time. Because like I said, as for us men right now, the young men, I said we rise like gold. The Bible talks about that, you know what I'm saying? I make a man more precious than gold, fine gold. So as time go on, our options get better and stuff. While the so-called Western women is like the American dollar, it's on the decline. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, though, man. It's the truth. So that's why I said, hey, you better get with that man right now, though, because guess what? If you don't, your options get slim. Ours grow. The first should be the last should be the first.
Facts. And you're right, man. It's like if they don't catch hold of a man, and this is to the younger women, like if y'all don't slow down and start trying to focus on your future now, you're not gonna just be able to say, oh, I'm 33, let me go ahead and get married. Like, let me tell you something. You might find a guy, don't get me wrong. You might land somewhere if you look good enough. But I'm trying to tell you, what we call the high value or the high targeted or the upstanding, dudes who are at that higher end of the echelon, they're gonna be like, no, wait a minute, why am I picking you again? You know what I'm saying? Because you're closer to 40, you got a kid already. But they'll talk about, well, we're more knowledgeable. Let me tell you something. You don't need to know too many things in order to really be a part of a man's program. Okay. For the ladies that know who know, and for the ones that don't, a lot of them is losing, because we're trying to tell you, like, when y'all are young, you should be looking for the type of dude that you can really grow with and build with. And that's what we're trying to say. And that's what we get to when we start having these issues, because a lot of this comes into the culture is the problem. For those brothers who don't understand, like Zoe, who don't get the culture is the problem. Okay.
Sure is.
And it's not black men's fault. For those brothers who don't understand those points on that point alone and those tenets, they're going to have issues and try to get crossways with us. And we're just going to try to tell you, like, nigga, we did not break the community. We're not responsible for picking up and putting the pieces together. Some brothers who decide that they want to stay and do all these other things, they can. But we are expressing that there is a new group of brothers who have said, we ain't going. And it ain't just about, oh, let's go run after white women, because that was their argument for the longest is, oh, you just going to get you a white girl. And he even said in here, because one of the ladies was talking about, oh, well, we see these brothers, these athletes who get these other races of women. And we just be like, how come we can't get a piece of that? You can't get a piece of that because you didn't earn it. That's why. Because brothers are not believing in and standing by this, oh, we's all got to be black just because. No, we could be black if it's going to be rewarding. Because this is another thing, that if a brother deals with a female of another race, a lot of people have these issues and say, oh, well, your child ain't going to be black. Your grandchildren ain't going to have your nose. What in the hell kind of logic is that? So my child, if they were mixed, I will not love them the same because of skin tone. Get that bullshit out. See, that's what I'm saying. The shit
Yeah.
that they try to say from the older generations does not
Mhm.
hold up underwater. Younger cats like us, I'm 34, millennials, zillennials, not going because it don't make sense when you prove it through science, when you put it under test, when you look at it, it don't make sense what you niggas are trying to tell us and shame us. The tenets, I'm gonna say this, the tenets that you are trying to hold us to, the tenets that you are trying to shame us by, do not hold up under pressure. When you actually test the theory, when you actually poke it, they say, oh, she has to be black. Why? Oh, because why? See, when we do things like that, and because we're generation, that's who we are. Why? Generation Y, millennials, whatever, however you want to do that. But I'm just saying, we're the type that we are not dealing with small cookies. We're not taking pats on the head. We're not singing and dancing for these goofy females who think that they run the community. When in essence, by default, it's gotten to a point to where they are, and that is the problem. They are running the community, and that's the problem. They're just like, well, how come y'all don't lead? And how are we supposed to break you from being thoughts? Explain. You give us the 10-point business plan on how we supposed to break you hoes from twerking on tables in restaurants and wearing rapper claws and snuffleupagus eyelashes and shit like that. You tell us how we supposed to break you from the shit, and we'll take you up on that offer, and we'll break y'all asses from that shit overnight. Tell us how we're supposed to do it.
Yeah. And who are their idols today? Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, now Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? They don't look up to the Crimson Curls, the Shahars, the Ali's, the Coretta, Sky Kings. They don't look up to none of them though, man. It's just ratchetness though. And that's why a lot of them will not be wife material though, man. And they setting up their daughters and sons for failure stuff. And you know something was crazy, man? An alphabet man would get more respect over a heterosexual man though. But then they talk about there's no more alpha men and stuff. I only like using that word alpha though. No, you're a wicked woman though, and your portion is a wicked man though, just as described though. You are what you attract though. But since, like I said, a lot of brothers like us, we know who we are, we value ourselves, and they want to call us lame or whatever though. I'm like, no, we just know our self-worth though, and you're not worthy of us because you're part of the gynocracy of this culture and stuff. So when you have other women like across the waters that appreciate us, we're valued. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these chicks move like McDonald's out here. We like Chick-fil-A though, man. You know what I'm saying? Great customer service, always helping us out with everything, man, making us feel appreciated. That's what we want. We want respect though, man. A lot of us men. That's all we want. It's respect though, but they can't even do the small, simple things though. You know what I'm saying? Make my lunch. Just small things like that. You know what I'm saying? How's your day, sweetheart? How's your day? You know, they can't even do that though, man. But a lot of Western women are trained to be career women and not wife material.
But that's part of the problem, though, that Zoe didn't want to address because he tried to say that, oh, we just want them to bend the knee. We just want them to bend the knee. Like, hold on, family. We talking about, we saying respect, but you got to understand the type of stuff that, listen, the type of respect that black men are talking about versus what other races of men are trying to say the respect is. But you want to hold a flame to us and try to say that we're outrageous for asking for simple respect from the women that are supposed to be, quote unquote, ours, versus in contrast to other men who literally have done outrageous things for the slightest things that women will do. Let's not start talking about what they do over in the UAE, in the Arab countries. Let's not even get on that. Okay? They want to have that conversation. Oh, because when black men do it, it's a goddamn problem. Black men can't have standards. And this is why we say on this side of the hill, even from other brothers will try to be the main ones to keep us corralled in to serve women. So it's just like, it's so appalling to me that even if we're saying, we do want respect, but the type of respect we talking about is, hey, babe, how's your day? Oh, dinner's ready. Oh, hey, babe, how did your day go? Let me take your shoes. You know, what are we're not talking about a bitch needs to be chained to a stove and pregnant. That's not us. That is not us. Goofy niggas like this who try to say that, oh, you toxic masculine males are all the same. My nigga, we never had black women under a matriarchy or a patriarchy. That was not us, my G. The arguments, like I said, when you push back on the arguments, they're null and void. To where every time I push back on him, he kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller about who he was talking about. And then tried to say that, oh, brother, you just defending your points because you just defending. Yes, I'm defending my point on what I stand on, because I clearly know what I stand on, and you don't know what I stand on, and you are drawing fake bullshit about who we are and what we do and how we move, man. You're casting all this stuff on us, and I'm trying to tell you, if it was another race of men, you would not be saying the same thing. If it
Sure would.
If it were brothers who are dealing on some in another place in another location, you would not be saying the same thing. You would not be coming because I don't listen to Zoe. He's right. I don't listen to his show, but I'm almost willing to bet. I bet my next check on it. He hasn't charged up white or Arab men for asking for respect from their women. I'm about goddamn sure Mr. Zoe Williams did not try to go charge up other races of men for asking for basic respect from their women. He ain't finna go nowhere and run nothing to no Arab dude talking about, hey man, don't talk to your woman like that. You don't know, brother. No, you're not gonna do it to them, so you won't do it to us.
Exactly.
We are not second-rate citizens in our own goddamn country. And I've said this before. I was sitting at the table at a restaurant in Brazil with my boys, and we were having a conversation. And I said this. I said it's a goddamn shame that as a black man, to be fully realized as an American, you have to leave America.
Facts,
to be
man.
addressed as an American. You have to fucking leave America before other races and other cultures and countries will say, you're an American first. This is an adjustment. I swear, any nigga who's ever traveled, I swear to God, they can attest to this. It is a different feeling when you don't have to call yourself an African fucking American. When you can sit there and be addressed purely as an American and you don't have to acknowledge, oh, but I'm black though. They say, we know you're black. You're an American. You're just like, wait, oh, wow. I am an American. You don't get that realization until you leave the country.
It's crazy, man.
It is for black men here.
It is.
They're gonna try to scream on us and tell us we're fucking wrong. That's what I'm talking about. That's the type of shit that get me going. Well, my nigga, we talk about the freedom and we talk about the experiences and we talk about the shit that we have done when we go over here. Brothers, even two brothers who had never seen each other before, when they realize that they're both American brothers, when they walk past each other on the street of Copacabana, nigga, I have not ever seen more love between two brothers. Hey, my nigga, what's good? Oh shit, hey, when'd you get in, family? When'd you fly in? Oh, bro, I've been here for about 3 days. Oh shit, hey, bro. You need to go over there, check out that restaurant. That type of shit, you don't get to experience if you ain't never done it. This is why, for brothers like him, who have not seen what we've seen, who have not been where we have been, who have not experienced what we've experienced, I'm not going to sit here and let you talk about us without hearing it. You're going to set the record straight, because if you're going to address Passport Bros, you address us for what the hell we have done and who we are and what we say we stand on. This goofy shit he talking, that ain't us. We have never said that we co-sign any of the shit he was talking about. That ain't who we are, family. And he has the understanding of who we are and how we move completely off. All right? Because I have experienced things. I have seen things. I have co-signed. Not only that, people have seen the self-actualization come from me, in me. My spirit, my energy is different, has changed, because I have a full better understanding of who I am and my value, because I've been to these places and you have not seen the basic respects. And this is why brothers will start to fall for these females, because when you start getting some of the basic respects, you're not fighting, you're not pulling hair, you ain't doing all this other stuff. You get some of the basic respects from these females. You'd be like, oh my God, what is this place? Can I stay here? Do I have to leave? And that type of energy, brothers like him don't understand. Only brothers like us who have traveled and been to these places and seen these things are the ones who really get it, who understand. And I will defend till the death who we are and what we stand on. And I'm not going to let goofy niggas like him try to tell us that we are wrong for exercising our options. And then when I get to the nigga, he all backtrack. He was back. Oh, damn that.
He was backtracking. Poorly.
He was backtracking. Because I addressed him. I said, no, nigga, who you talking about? Well, no, I was only talking about it. No, shut your goofy ass up, nigga. Shut up.
Exactly.
Or I call Corey Holcomb and his bitch to flame your ass again, nigga. Stop that shit. Because you are addressing us. And us came at you. And then you said, I'm not talking about y'all. Okay. Yeah. All right, then. You don't want to smoke, do you? See? So anyway, man, go ahead. No, I ain't want to cut you off. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, bro. No, bro. You speaking 100% facts though, man. And yeah, they pretty much done. A lot of them old heads are pretty much done though, man. To them closed-minded ones though. Now the only old heads I would listen to are the ones who may be in the military to travel. They're the ones who understand, like, yeah, it's a whole lot different over there. You know what I'm saying? Versus the ones that's here who never went outside the country and stuff, because I can learn from you all and stuff, man. Like I'm already open-minded. You know what I'm saying? It's like my body's here, but my mind is in a whole nother country. You know what I'm saying? So all I gotta do is get my body over there in that country, though, man. Like I'm fully there. I get to experience everything, man. How are you brothers experiencing? And I know stories I heard about brothers who had their first trip, man, crying on the plane because they never had that, like, that femininity though, man, here in the States. I'm like, wow, man. And true story, I heard true stories about that, man. I said, wow, that's crazy. They're like, bro, I said, man, once you leave, I said, you never want to come back, man. It's like you going, it's better than Disney World.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you, fam. Let me tell you something, bro. Grown men have broken down and had tears, a good tear come out the eye on what we call that slow ride back to GIG from the beach. You riding up to the airport. Grown men have had to
man
have had to hold it in because they know to say, oh man, I what am I leaving? Well, at my age, I ain't gonna, my first time I was a little misty-eyed riding on that plane, like, oh man,
wow.
Why am I gotta come back? That's why. I mean, I've been down to Brazil. What am I, like 6-7 times now? Like, yeah,
it motivates you though. It motivates you, like, you know what I'm saying, to want to go back out and like, yo, I know better, I've experienced better, I've tasted better. You know what I'm saying? Versus being here is like eating at a bad fast food restaurant when you go somewhere else and eat exquisite foods, though, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's really interesting, though, man. And shout out to y'all, man, doing the Frustrated 3, though, man. You know, I agree. Shout out to that brother, man.
Yeah, we was rocking on
it. And that's amazing, though, man. And I've seen some of the sisters here, though, man, not the ones who are negative, you know, are they really concerned, like, oh, y'all really doing this? Like, yeah, of course. I mean, it's time to open up a whole nother book. It's a whole new chapter, though, man. You know what I'm saying? The Most High didn't put us here to be in one spot, man. We can move all 4 corners of the earth. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's going to be. It travels since like the beginning of time.
It's like every other race of man can do it, but when we do it, it's a problem. So,
exactly.
You know, and my thing is just like, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I see a lot of, you know, brother stuff, man, late 30s and 40s passing away. So I said, man, it's not how I want to leave out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's so crazy, Chris, man. I'm sitting there, I'm like, dang, man, they didn't get a chance to do this or do that, not have no legacy or whatever, though, man. So it's like, yo, we got to live our lives and make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that time is short here on this planet, and we want to make sure that we got the chance to live the fulfillment and stuff, man. Experience it, write everything down, and do what you want to do in life, man. So that's what I'm all about, you know, prospering, make sure my health is good and stuff, man. Because I know black men here in the States, it's like something Dr. Sebi said. He said this whole culture is like one sick asylum. I never forget that. And I said he's so right about that, because like I said, the number one killer for black men is stress, though, man. Stress kills a lot of us, though, man, here. You know what I'm saying? We're a contentious woman or people at jobs or whatever and stuff, man. I'm like, yo, we got to protect our peace at all costs, man. That's number one. Our peace over everything.
Yeah, man. Like, hypertension is taking brothers out, man. It's a shame to see that just in this past year to a couple years, we've seen some brothers within these spaces, you know, kind of just pass away like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, rest in peace to the brother ARC. You know what I mean? Just out of nowhere, just word gets out that he's gone. It's just like, whoa, like, damn, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? So that's what I mean. It's just like, life is too short, bro. You make solid points. Life is too short. And when brothers have found what they found, and however they have found it, it don't have to be organic. You know what I'm saying? It can be however you find it, bro. However you find your happiness, however you decide that you want to move in life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, hey, bro, if you like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? If she white, black, purple, you know what I'm saying? You know, if that's what you into, my brother, that's what you into. Because I think most brothers who kind of move around and travel understand that, you know, your peace and your happiness is utmost. And also at the same time, it's not about trying to say that, well, if I can't rock with one who's black, then I failed. Like, no, brother. Like brothers like us who moved, it's just like, yo, if she light skinned, hell, if she half white or whatever, like, is she a part of my program? Is she co-signing a part of my movement? Is she okay with being the flight attendant to my pilot? I didn't say co-pilot. I said flight attendant to my
Right.
pilot. You know what I'm saying? Meaning I want you to help out and contribute to what I'm doing. Because the thing is that when you vet a woman, when you select a woman, brothers know you're supposed to have your own things in motion, whatever you're doing, building your empire, and that when she comes into it, you have a place for her to function within your pre-established or working on job, career, position, empire, entrepreneurship, whatever you're doing, because you need to give her direction. Okay.
Facts.
She needs direction. Women who love masculine men love a man who will give her direction.
Facts.
Say, look, hon, this is what I need you to do. I need you to take care of this, this, and this, and this, and this. While at the same time, because this is where black women try to fight you. Oh, well, who you think you leading? Because they'll try to say, oh, well, niggas ain't ish, and who are you to tell me what to do? This is why we also preach over here. Yes, brother, you do need to be on your what we call your square. You do need to be on your purpose, and you do need to be getting yourself together. Nobody's telling you to go out here and be a bum and then start demanding things out of women. I don't know any brother who says that. The thing is that give your woman direction, and she will also follow your lead because she sees you're leading. Go ahead, speak on that.
I'm so I'm so glad you brought it up. Coming here from my other bro too, though, man. Shout out to him. Like you said, real men, we don't dominate, we direct. You know what I'm saying? And for those who's in the truth, you know what I'm saying, we direct the stuff because we have leadership, you know what I'm saying, and positivity, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that they're in the right position to protect them when times come, you know what I'm saying, when everything starts to go down and stuff. You want to be under a real righteous masculine man's protections, in those times when it does happen. So man, you absolutely hit the nail on the head with that one, bro. Real talk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And a lot of brothers who will have issues with women. A lot of times it will come into why she do me like that, or how come she not respecting me, whatever the case. Now, we do have cultural issues that will cause that problem, which is why you vet properly. Then on top of that, you do want to make sure that you are on your purpose and holding your stuff down on your square. You do want to make sure you are also doing that, because when she comes into whatever you have going on and whatever directive you give her, she can either A, to say, I understand what type of man I'm dealing with and I will follow his program, or B, I'm not going to follow this man and I'm going to go back to the streets, where at that point, that man will say, hey, okay, fine. I see how you moving. I'm not going to fight you. This is your decision. I gave you the option. And he can say, you have now been demoted for being a wife type to, if you want to be a side bitch, that door's still open. But, grown man still going to move though. You know what I mean? This is why you got to categorize the females that you deal with. Okay. Is she the type of female? First off, I do tell men this. Before you travel overseas, I'll say this: your heart does need to be in the right place. What do I mean by that? What I'm saying is you need to understand fully what you're looking for or what you want. Okay, you need to understand. Like, okay, now am I looking for a good time, or am I out here really trying to find something that I'm going to take with me on my travels? Whatever you're trying to do, and whatever part of your life you in, make that decision first. Okay, say okay, if I find one who's really rocking with me, I can rock with this one. She can come along and she can, we can move and we can build. Some brothers are just out having fun. That's their option. We don't shame here. If brothers just want to go out and experience different women, let them do that. Hell, you got all these other races of guys have been doing this for goddamn centuries. I'm sorry, colonization, British goddamn empire. Okay. So my thing is just like they've been doing this for centuries, but when black men do it, it's a problem. This is why I say you have to fight back against the naysayers for your freedom. If you believe in what you believe in, if you are who you are, and if you stand on what you stand on, you can't let people come at you with the silly, goofy shit like this without them niggas hearing from you. They need to hear that we're not just a movement. We also have shit to say. We're not just some pie in the sky idea of, these goofy ass niggas who no, this is some real shit over here. Okay. And brothers who are on a purpose on a square doing what they got to do, not going for goofy shit like this. We're going to let niggas like this go hear it. Niggas like Zoe, they going to hear it. You got something to say? What you got to say? We're gonna pull up, we're gonna talk about it. Because there's so much that men, brothers have done to when they get to a point to where they have earned their keep, they have made themselves upstanding men, they have traveled overseas, they have seen what they could consider to be a lifestyle, and they have done all that work to get there, and you want to shit on it by trying to say this nigga basically don't deserve it or something's wrong with him. You're gonna hear it from every corner of the manosphere and passport bros. Okay, I'm sure I'm not the only nigga gonna be making a video, because this is a no-go and we're not gonna stand for it, fam. Go ahead, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you're right about that though, man. And like I said, word is getting out on everything, social media, and even like to the older generation, telling parents like, hey, you ask why I ain't got no children, right? Well, I decided to take the option to go elsewhere. My wife may not be here in the United States. It's some big across the waters, where men are going to actually want wives and want families to settle down with, since a lot of the women here are they're pretty much done, and it's just at the point of no return. So we're just expanding our options, and you know what I'm saying, making content like this, saving brothers' lives, passing it on to the next brother. Like, hey, I know what you're going through. I need you to watch this video. This will inspire me. This is what got me to look elsewhere, into different places. You know what I'm saying? Keep my options open though, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to stay in the box. I never stay in the box. I'm always open-minded to something new, to something fresh, something that I never heard about now. So now with this going on, now I have a purpose and for a reason to travel, like what Chris said. So that's the options that I'm taking now. Like, you have like older women saying, well, you may find somebody here. That's possible. But let's be honest though, this is gonna be a whole lot worse than trying to throw a needle in a haystack. Or I probably do better trying to win the lotto if you want to go to there.
Yeah,
but
trying to find the haystack, trying to find a piece of hay in a bed of needles is what I call it. Like, man, that's trying to tell you, like, that's nuts. But you're right. This type of content is saving brothers' lives, man. Like, from my personal experience, like when I was coming through my situation, when I was coming through my divorce and my thing, and I'm trying to figure out my head from my ass, and I'm all jacked up and upside down, and I don't know what the hell going on. I'm coming out of my blue pill shit because I'm learning so many things. And then I started seeing, first it was, I want to say, Patrice O'Neal. And then I started seeing Charles Tyler pop up on my feed. And I started seeing how this brother was moving through Brazil. I literally, you hear about it. It almost sounds like a fairy tale. But when you see it in person and you see the videos and you see how he's moving and you see how he's talking about apartments and how he's living in the women on the beach and how the responses that he's getting and the responses that these brothers that are with him are getting, you're just like, what? What kind of place is it? Really? And then you start getting a earful of it. And it wasn't until I started contracting, and this was years. I never thought I would go to Brazil in the beginning. I never thought I would go to Brazil. But when I was contracting and I was overseas, I finally was coming through all the ish I was dealing with. And I asked myself, when I finally started living for myself, I said, now, wait a minute. Where do I want to go? Instead of feeling like I have to go to a certain place. And out of nowhere, it just came back to me. And it was for my birthday. You always wanted to go to Brazil. I said, yo, I always wanted to go to Brazil. And I went, and fam, that first time, bro, it's just like, bro, like, I ain't never messed with no hard drugs, but I swear to God, bro, if it's anything like that, I see why niggas be addicted. Because that first hit of going in that,
culture shock.
Woo,
culture
fam,
shock.
let me tell you, culture shock. Bro, let me tell you something. I get out there, I landed, on my first trip out there, bro, I landed, I was tired. I had been riding on the plane, and I'm tired, I'm exhausted, bro. I'm just like, I'm tired. And my contact hit me up. He just was like, hey, bro, you gonna come out to the beach? I'm like, man, I just landed. I'm tired. He's like, nah, you ain't tired. He's like, the girls leave around about 5. So if you want to come down here and check them out, I mean, the sun goes down pretty quick, bro. Make your decision. It's on you. I'm like, yo, it's like 3 o'clock. I'm like, man, I'm exhausted. Then he started sending me pictures. I was like, Change
your mind.
See where you right now? She down there on the beach. Right now, she on the. Let me walk around. Now, for those who know, I was at the hotel Hilton, the Hilton Hotel, Copacabana, and out of from the hotel, I had to walk all the way down to like Postal One something. It was down there, right? And well, you know, down there by where Help used to be. And so I'm walking from the Hilton all the way down by basically Help, where it used to be. For brothers who know, that's a bit of a trek, right? So I'm just like, man, I'm tired. But I'll tell you what, rose my spirits is when I crossed the street to start walking on the beach part of it. And I started walking, and I didn't even make it that far to where it was like these two girls who were selling like the little things to come into their restaurant, the little menus and and they were just like, you know, come to the restaurant, you know, they speaking in Portuguese and and they were just like, and I was just like, no, I'm good. I think I said it in English, and she just was just like, oh my God, Americanos and soy Americano. I just was like, see, she's like, oh, sexy Americano. All for my arm. I was like, yo, wait, whoa. They were just like, oh, I'm just like, no, whoa, chill. And that's all. But then my Portuguese kicked it. I was just like, hey, mommy, qual o nome, mommy, qual o nome? And then she told me her name. I was like, você tem WhatsApp? You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting her number. You know, we communicating, we talking, and I'm just like, damn, okay, like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's like, you know, while I'm going to where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I'm meeting females on the way, walking the beach. They come in, and this is what I said, because this is why brothers be like, oh, you got no game. I'm like, bro, be your best self. They're going to see you. They're going to come to you. Because by the time I got down to the end of the beach, the females he was trying to put me on, I didn't even talk to. I was just out there enjoying myself, seeing girls that I was interested in, and talking to them. And I was doing it myself, bro. My first, I'm going to say about 4 trips, I went by myself. It was just me. You know what I mean? So I went down there, I'm by myself doing my thing, and I kept going back and forth. And it's just the experiences I was having, the connections that you get with people from coming across waters. And because you know, you know a little bit of their music, a little bit of their culture, speak a little bit of the language, that type of stuff goes a long way, bro. And I'm trying to tell you, it's stuff like that you can't replicate and tell to these brothers who ain't never seen it or been there. So
I got a question.
Go ahead.
I've heard that also, when the best way to learn the language, not only through the apps and stuff, but when you're actually down there in the culture and you start to pick up on the language and stuff, like you hear them say the same thing over and over, and it's like you start to like to repeat it. How true is that? True?
Yeah, yeah, it is actually one of the best ways to really get the language is immersion. I would say there are different apps. One of the apps I use is Pimsleur. I use Pimsleur. I use another one called Anki, where you can make your own flashcards. Listen to the music. Listening to the music probably.
I love music.
Really started opening it up to me, because when you start hearing their music and everything like that, listen to their music. Get into the culture, because a lot of stuff is gonna sound similar. Like they have a lot of hip hop type trap. I'll give you artists because I listen to even now. It keeps it in my energy, in my spirit. You know what I'm saying? When I be out here, and I'm just so many of the artists that I have on my phone and stuff like this. You got Orochi, you got Imajima Samba is like one of the groups that one of the females put me on. It's just when you get into that samba vibe, when you get into their music, what's another artist that a lot of people like out there? They call him El Sechi. So L7, he's into his joint. His music is cold. Their music, they call it their hip hop or whatever. They call it funky. So basically, it's funky. So it's like their rap hip hop. And when you get into it, you'll start to like hear a lot of what it'll sound like similar to what you might hear at home, but it's like Portuguese spitting. They're rapping in Portuguese and this and that, and the music and the stuff like this. Kevin O'Chris is one of their popular artists. Pocahontas, or Polka, they call it Polka. It's just so many. Just get into it if you really want to. This is a tip for the brothers. If you really want to kind of get into it, start getting into the music, get into the vibes. Because when you get there, you start hearing the samba, you start hearing the energy, you start hearing what they call the pagoji. When you start hearing that type of music, that type of energy, you're gonna be like, oh, this is something. You start hearing the drum beats and everything. You out there on the beach, moving and got a drink in your hand, caipirinha. In my intro, it's a Portuguese or Brazilian rum drink. So it's like the drink of the drinks out there. But anyway,
okay,
you know, that's the time you want. Really, immersion helps, but also study on your own, because you'll start picking up basics like the greetings of the day. Like because we don't have greetings of the day. Our greeting of the day out here is what's good. And that works for any time of the day. But out there you'll get stuff like bonjour. You know what I'm saying? Bonjour. Now, to some people that might sound French because it is a little bit French because of how the languages
Yeah.
got all mixed and created. But you have bonjour for good morning. You have boa tarde for good afternoon, and then boa noite for good night, stuff like this. These are the basic things, just like hi and bye, oi. You know what I'm saying? And just bye. They say ciao, little stuff like this, and little things you'll start to pick up on just off of mannerisms. And I would just say that one thing is also practice how to order your favorite foods and stuff like that. Because I started learning how to order like what it was, a chicken and fries or a chicken sandwich, or basic things. So if you start to say I want to order like eu quero pedir, when you start saying little stuff like this, it just starts to, you can take that piece and then add on to whatever you want. Like say, so if they're asking you, well, what do you want to order? Like, eu quero pedir batatas fritas e what's it? Sandwich e frango. So a chicken sandwich, fries, steak is beefy. That's how they say it out there. You know what I'm saying? So you'll just start picking up on little stuff, bro. Oh, also Drops. Drops is a real good app as well if you're trying to really get a hold of the language. Drops, yeah.
Okay.
Because it gives you just vocabulary words, pictures, and stuff like this to mix match and really get accustomed to basic things. And it's all categorized in foods and drinks and all kind of stuff, man. Like I'm telling you, yeah. But immersion is really going to get you going there, because even when I went down there the first time that I told you about when I was on the beach, one of the females, she found it hard to believe that was my first trip there, and she was like, "Oh my God, your accent! Like, wow, are you sure your first time?" And I was like, "Man." They was impressed with my accent. They were just like, "Oh my God, America!" That's what they say to people who are like, Americans who are into the culture and stuff like this. Because Carioca is a person who's of Rio or from Rio. So if you're like American, they'll be like, "Oh, my brother, America." So it's a little thing that they say, just little stuff like that you'll pick up on if you're really serious about getting into it. And that works for any language, by the way. You can do it for any language. So yeah.
That's what's up, though, man. Tell me one more thing about the currency stuff. The currency stuff over there. How'd you learn about that?
The currency. Well, I have an app. And it kept track of the currency in real time. So basically, the dollar is generally 1 to 5. So the Brazilian reais is 1. So I give it to you like this. Our $1 is equivalent to 5 of their dollars, basically.
Oh wow, stretches.
Yeah, it stretches.
That's what's up.
See, that's another thing. You're also saving money, basically while you're out there as well, because food don't even cost as much. You can go out, have a nice meal with yourself and the young lady that you with, and like I said, it won't even cost you that much. So if I punched in my app right now, punch it in $100, what is it at right now? Brazilian 528 went up. You know what I'm saying? $100 is 528 Brazilian reais or real, because the R's are H's kind of thing. But the app is called this app is called Currency. It's the app I use to keep track of all the different currencies. Literally, it's just called straight up Currency. So
just currency, okay. Wow.
Facts. But yeah, man. So yeah, we've been rocking for about 2 hours and 34 minutes. Yeah, man. What's some of your final thoughts, bro? You can go ahead and wrap it up.
Man, I want to say thank you so much for inviting me on, man, and that I can learn from you brothers, man. That's the beautiful thing too with our own. Like I said, you went to Brazil, and some of the other brothers went to other cultures. I can contact with you, like say, hey, bro, I want to take a trip out to Brazil. I want to get in contact with you. What I need to know, you know what I'm saying? Learning from you all, that gains me experience. So now, when I have the right proper tools and stuff, I can go out there and visit and be like, okay, I experienced this there, and come back and tell my personal experience, what it was like for me down here. Because we all tell our story within our own way. When we go elsewhere. So yeah, man, I want to say thank you so much, and shout out to everybody in the chat, man, that's tuned in though, man. I want you brothers to continue, continue to push each other, man, support each other, man. We built the world, as black men though, man. We are the blueprint for the futures and generations to come. So keep doing what you're doing, bro.
Well, yeah, family, like I said, man, appreciate you for coming up. Appreciate you for all the brothers in the chat coming by, showing some love. Drop a like, you know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell, you know what I mean? So y'all can keep track of everything that I'm dropping. Like I said, man, appreciate the support. And this is the type of things that we're doing. We're building on our side of the house. We're not going over here talking on other goofy niggas and what they're doing. You know what I mean? We keep it locked into what we're trying to do. We're trying to build. So yeah, man, like I said, thank you for coming up. Thank you for supporting the channel. More content is on the way. And there's so many more things. Like I said, the ultimate goal of this channel is to give you brothers information, knowledge, and experience, and also show you firsthand what's going on in these different. When I get out here, I'm gonna be showing, be out here, be showing y'all what's up. My ultimate goal is to really get back at it and take my channel to the different spots overseas that I talk about so much. And that's one of the ultimate goals that I'm doing here. So, like I said, brother, thank you for joining. Thank you for coming up, man. You guys, continue to support. Let me see here. We got all the chats out the way. Brothers coming up. All right, my G. So, yeah, we're gonna get up out of here. And let me just go ahead and say this, man. My final thoughts is just, as Travel Brothers, we're tired of this. We're tired of this nonsense. We're tired of these brothers who have so much to say about how we move, what we do, and who we are. And the thing is, you're not finna go too far without hearing it from us. You're not finna go too far without Passport Bros really coming through and telling you what's up. All right. So, yo, man, Passport Brothers, keep your head up. Y'all keep moving, keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? And keep showing these cats that we're not no silent little group that you just gonna push around and talk shit to. But anyway, guys, that's the show for today. This is Strong Art, and I'll see you on another one. Peace.